If he's not strumming a lute, he's carrying loot.
Started stream. Stream.
All right. So, when we last left off, you guys have been exploring a deep, dark hole in the middle of
Yippee.
Conquer, the destroyed town that you guys had first come across when you had seen the dark god Adon rise from his grave. Rise from your grave. Inspiration, anybody who gets that reference. You guys saw a bunch of different engravings on the wall that seemed to detail out a rather massive ritual that was done. This ritual had what appeared to be, from what you guys were able to understand, depictions of various different gods and goddesses and the like, performing rituals on one individual, that individual potentially and most reasonably being assumed to be Adon himself, and that this likely was the thing that kept him more or less sealed. You made recreations of what you found in a nice little sketchbook for yourselves, so that you could potentially just have this on you to be able to study more long term, and maybe try and figure out exactly what all of them mean, what each of these rituals did, and potentially through that kind of reverse engineer what the cult is trying to do to undo them. Or what they're trying to do by undoing them as well. You guys spent a decent amount of time down there, kind of going through all the various different depictions and making your sketches and everything involved. And you're pretty sure you've got all the information that you can from down here, since it does seem to be a rather enclosed space. The whole spot seems to be just kind of like one large room that he has been kept in for a very, very, very long time. As such, not really much more here to do, unless you'd like to use this old god chamber as a resting point.
How easily guarded is the dead god chamber?
I mean, there's one way in.
There's only one way in, and it is a pretty steep fall for anybody who's trying to come in, unless they're able to climb. And even then, that's a bit of a bitch. And even flying in is a little pain, because it's a curved tunnel to get there. So they'd have to kind of go down 20 and then forward 20 and then down another 20 in terms of feet. And just keep doing that over and over again until they get about like, I think it's like 100 feet down.
Yeah.
So it's pretty difficult to get down there.
I guess this is as good a place to rest as any.
I don't mind hanging out in the deity hole.
Sure.
It's got to be comfy. He slept here for what, 2,000 some years?
Potentially longer than that. So you guys decide to set up a nice little camp for yourselves. I won't really have you guys go through the rigmarole of various different watches and such, since this is a pretty safe place, all things considered. You're not really going to have a lot of things coming down here, if any. And you did already take care of the fiend problem that was infesting the town before. So that's handled, at least for now, unless residual effects might call forth more, who knows. But you guys do experience an interesting night in terms of dreams, for those of you who can dream anyway. You guys share a dreamscape which shows a forest. It is lush, it is calm. There are small little beasties, animals, bunnies and squirrels and the like, just meandering forth, enjoying their days, feeding, maybe getting something that they need stored for the winter, whatever the case may be, when the tops of the trees start to have a shadow encapsulate them. And as the shadow gets close to the trees, they begin to very rapidly petrify. Leaves shriveling and dying before they snap off and turn to dust before they can even hit the ground, as the shadow settles itself above them. It then begins to descend down into the forest proper. As it does so, the various greenery of the forest begins to turn into a brown and white mess of decay. The various animals that were not alert enough to escape are immediately turned to dust as they witness this creature kind of falling down around them. You then get a better image of what is casting this particular shadow as you see Adon himself standing amongst the forest. You see his head scan the forest itself before he takes a moment to seat himself, putting his arms around his knees and now staring at what appears to be the forest floor. You gain a sense of a passage of time as the sun overhead begins to fall before things seem to slow down for a moment, Adon having not moved since he has sat. It appears that the aura of death and decay that he emanates has a limit, as there is a person who has witnessed this edge. What appears to be an elven man, a ranger of sorts, given his garb and given his getup. He sees Adon in the short distance, about 100 feet from the epicenter of this decay, and he calls out to it. Adon makes no indication that he sees or hears, his head still seemingly staring at the ground in front of him. To get his attention, the ranger knocks an arrow in his bow and tries to shoot an arrow near the front of his face, but before it can get too close, it simply turns to dust. The ranger tentatively reaches his hand into the area where the wood has decayed, and he sees his hand begin to wrinkle before quickly pulling it back, wincing in a little bit of pain. He tries calling forth again, and again Adon does not seem to register. You witness something a little more surreal as the ranger shakes his head and retreats, potentially to go tell others about what he has seen here. And as he leaves, you see Adon's head move, and as he witnesses the ranger's form kind of oscillates and shifts, almost as if an illusion. You begin to see things through Adon's eyes for a moment, as you see this warbling figure leaving his sight. There are a lot of colors that he is covered in that obscures his form, making it impossible to be able to see the elven man that you had witnessed before. His head turns from that back to the ground as he looks at the now very plain, very gray surroundings that he has made for himself here in the forest. This is a dream that all of you end up sharing throughout the course of the evening, one way or another. Eventually, of course, you awaken.
Can I do like the Arcana, religion? I don't know what kind of check to do. Like, why did I have like what appeared to be a vision?
Sure. You can do anything that seems relevant here. Arcana, religion, wisdom, intelligence, anything that seems like it would make sense.
Oh, I'm gonna say she probably falls back on just a basic religion check. Let me make sure this is all. Does that appear on the?
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, net
Nice.
22.
Yeah, nice roll.
Yeah, this tracks, Furnace. You are currently inside of a prison that was made to hold Adon for what had to have been thousands of years. As such, whatever emotions he felt, whatever thoughts he had, all these things, like they were all trapped in here along with him for a very long time. And he is, for all intents and purposes, at least as far as anyone understands, godlike, if not a god himself. So his thoughts and his beliefs and his perspectives, these are not just mental states like they are for most people. They are almost as real as the air you breathe. So the more time you spend here, the more connected you kind of are with his sort of afterthoughts.
That makes sense. Which of us has the sending stone? Do we have like a pair of sending stones, or do we have way to contact back to the capital?
We had one sending stone that goes to Merlin.
Alright,
Merlin.
I am going to, I guess, share these thoughts with the group, and then say, it would likely be a good idea if we contacted Merwin and let him know they could post, I guess, watchers, dreamers here to perhaps keep an eye on what Adon's doing. Give them more of an insight into what's going on for as long as that residual power rests here.
Who's got the rock? I think you do.
I was just letting him know. I'm going to contact Merwin and basically tell him, hey, I don't know if this would be useful to you, but if you want to know what Adon's up to, it appears this place has like a fun little psychic connection with him.
Merwin is somewhat awakened by your call, as you call him, kind of first thing in the morning here, and he says, "The psychic connection to Adon? Sounds remarkable. Imagine being connected to another person's mind like that, especially a creature like of his particular potential. It's I might pop by for a visit myself."
I will also let him know, just as like a cursory warning of like, hey, we saw some... Well, we had to fight some fiends around here. The area might still be dangerous, but I'm sure that will not be a problem for someone of your caliber.
Well, it's always good to be as prepared as possible. I thank you, of course, for your concern for my safety. I do think of myself as a fairly capable person, but I am also, well, unfortunately, quite old these days. So it can be a tad difficult for me to get around.
I guess I'm going to bid him a good day and tell him that we are probably going to be headed on the road to Riverdam Raft forthwith.
Riverdam, very good. Well, I will probably spend a bit of time gathering some things here, but I'll be heading over to Conga here fairly soon, and potentially bringing some other researchers with me, and maybe not necessarily disclose exactly why we're there. But good luck in your endeavors, and I bid you a good morning and a good day.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm gonna look at everybody else and be like, well, are we, getting up and going somewhere, or are we just going to sit around here all day?
What about breakfast? I was making pancakes. Currently sitting over a fire with a pan out.
I'm gonna look at the pancakes and go like, oh, well, I suppose that Jax does need his breakfast. He is a growing boy.
I could always use some pancakes, yeah.
I want pancakes too. Yeah.
Never say no to breakfast.
And with that, Jack, the shredder, prepares pancakes.
Roll me a survival check.
We got this. I'm almost proficient in survival. Where's my skills? There they are. Kerblow. Yeah, 17. I can make pancakes.
Okay. Very, very good pancakes. The type
Hell
of
yeah.
which you would you'd find potentially served at a decent inn.
Just like Mom used to make. Alright, now we can go. Now that everybody has a full belly.
You guys begin to make your way out of the giant hole, the crater, more or less.
Is there anything else we want to investigate while we're here?
I think we were pretty thorough. We found... I mean... I don't think we missed anything.
I don't think so either, but...
Onward, not the hole, then.
Oh. Alright, sounds good to me.
I'm going to attempt to climb out of the hole.
Who's... Oh, yeah, Christ, we have to get out of here. Can Raiko, like, fly a rope up to the top?
I can, yeah.
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure we tied a rope off before we came down.
I'll be honest, I do not remember 3 weeks ago that well. So, if we did, we did, and that's really cool, but...
Because we had to get down somehow.
Let's just say we did.
Sounds good to me. Alright, do we have to make any sort of check to climb back out of the hole?
You guys set up a nice big old rope for yourselves to kind of descend into the hole in the first place, so I think you can use the same thing to get yourselves out. I won't necessarily bog you down in a whole bunch of skill checks to climb your way back out of a place you've already climbed down into, so I'd say you'll be able to use the same methods to get out the same that you came in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Alright, we will clamber our way out of the hole.
You guys head out of the hole and into Conquer proper, and so that you can start descending down towards Riverdam.
I'll fly out with Tick.
Okay.
He never offers to carry me.
You
Grump.
seem
because you're
like a
bigger than
human,
the rat is.
Okay?
grumbling
Listen,
while I'm climbing.
Out of character, if you want to keep bitching about not offering to carry you should maybe start to own up to some things. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't want to fucking tell us shit about yourself, then don't complain when you know. What the fuck?
Grumble, grumble, climbing, grumble, grumble.
As I fly out.
You guys start to head on the path out of Conquer, and Furnace, since you're usually very very close and doting when it comes to Jax, you notice that he has picked up a couple things since you guys have gotten here. Nothing particularly impressive, but he seems to have found a little short bow for himself.
Oh, very good.
Do you know how to use that?
I used to have to, whenever I was out traveling around, doing foot traffic, delivering messages back and forth, I'd have to hunt for myself, so I'm not too bad at it.
Works for me.
It's first like, of course he knows how to use it. He's very talented.
I don't know about that, but it's better than a sling.
I'm very talented. He's a child.
Okay.
Well, if you want to be that way, no wonder why Raiko doesn't want to carry you anywhere.
He just seems large. How much do you weigh, Jack?
I'll have you know I'm surprisingly light.
I would like to try to pick him up.
And
And fly
how
with
light
him.
is it?
How light is Jack?
He weighs 75 pounds.
All right.
Yeah,
so
she is quite
When
light.
I grip him, does he even feel like a human? Does he feel like a metal person?
Like a metal person?
Like
Probably
what is
not.
when I grab him? I mean, if he was a human, I would feel flesh while I'm gripping him to pick him up.
It's under the coat. I'm just bony, okay?
You feel the jacket that he's got going on, which is pretty thick, kind of leathery, and then underneath that, you kind of feel some. He doesn't really have a lot of meat on his bones.
All right, I ask him, why are you so light?
It's a balanced diet.
Really?
Yep.
This seems weird.
As Furnace instantly calls up, is he too bony? Do we need to be feeding him more?
Let's see, hold on. I remember I calculated how much I can carry. I think it was 180 pounds.
That's what my sheet says.
Yes. So if you're carrying 90 right now, which it looks like you are, then you can, in fact, fly around with Jack.
So when it comes to flying, is it like there's no like encumbrance thing? It's just either I fly or I can't fly?
Essentially, yeah.
Or I can maybe like if I needed to carry someone, I can't.
If you are
but I can
over
glide with them.
your usual weight limit, then I would say that you wouldn't be able to fly well.
I could basically like if we were at the top of a cliff, I could glide down with them, but I couldn't get actual elevation.
Yeah, you could probably like grab someone and give them slow fall if they if they go past your usual weight limit, but
Right.
you wouldn't be able to like actually fly around with them.
So I could basically take Jack and Tick to do that, but I would not be able to do that with Furnace. She would be left out.
Correct.
No.
Okay.
You would not be able to pick Furnace up.
I'd be like, yeah, but Tick has a sniper rifle and stuff, so while we're flying around, he can actually snipe people. What? I mean, I guess you are a magic person, but you can drop a bomb on them eventually, maybe. Actually, that's a good idea.
I mean,
U-52
I-
bomber, dude.
I don't have any bombs. I don't know how to make
Fireball?
bombs.
Can you do fireball?
Not at the moment.
Please do not cast fireball around the child.
How much does the
Fireball
child
is
weigh?
pretty metal, though. I might be able to do fireball at some point. I have to write the right song for it.
Oh, okay. All right. So now what are we doing?
You're traveling down the southern path from Conquer for a little while. It's a pretty quiet day. You don't really encounter much in terms of any sort of odd beasties on the road. Thankfully, no bandits either. Things are actually pretty clear around here, it seems. Why? Who knows? But it's also a pretty clear day. Pretty sunny out. Birds are chirping, flowers are blooming.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
It's lovely out.
So what level is Jax?
He is only
Probably
level
level
1.
1.
Level 1 rogue. So what does he...
It's okay.
Is there anything
Someday
he
he's
needs
going to
to
be.
practice?
Sorry, what?
Is there anything he needs to like be training with or practicing? Swordplay?
Yeah, I mean a little bit of swordplay would be good. Maybe some target practice would be good. Kind of being light on his feet would be something that a little bit of running around, getting used to kind of getting from place to place and sprinting and getting away from danger is kind of the main thing that he's focused on.
Yeah, he's probably good at that.
So you guys end up traveling for the entirety of the day with nothing really particularly bothering you guys through the sun up to when the sun starts to crest the horizon.
I'm playing traveling music.
That is perfectly fun. Boom. When it starts getting dark, I will say that you guys can see that apparently there is at least some sort of traveler or travelers who have set up a little camp not too terribly far from where you guys are on the road. Easily able to tell due to the fire kind of making a nice little smokestack that you can see in the distance. It's difficult to actually tell who's there initially, but the fire at the very least is visible.
Hey, look, friends.
Maybe we should approach with caution. We don't know if they're actually friends.
We don't know that they're not.
Describe
Okay,
what
then.
we
Why
s-
don't you go say hello to them?
Well, how dark is it exactly?
So the sun is starting to set, so it's getting partially dark anyway, to the point where you're not able to see as well as you normally would be. What you see in the distance is what appears to be a little campfire that's been set up with a couple of figures around them. One of them appears to be a fairly, at least from the distance, a fairly bulky figure, and the other one appears to be much more petite.
Okay. Should we... I mean, we don't want to just stroll up to these people, right? I mean, they're out in the open.
Yeah, I mean they're off to the side of the road
You
here.
know what? This sounds like a perfect first mission for our level 1 boy Jax. Be like, all right, buddy, let's see your stealth capabilities and go check them out and bring back a report for us.
Yeah, go sneak up on the potentially dangerous people. Don't.
Well, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that with the child.
Me and Tick are going to stealth behind him without him knowing, and we'll watch over him the whole time he's doing his first mission.
How
I'm gonna go
about
ask them to
you
sit by
two
their
go
fire.
first?
Y'all really give people a lot of credit. I don't trust anyone out here.
You are paranoid, sir. Not everybody you meet on the road is a bandit.
How much horrible shit have you seen since you've been out here?
A bunch, but none of it was human.
None of them was people, yeah. We had gnolls attack us and we had imps attack us.
The
The
bird,
halfling was a good dude.
the bird is a skit, so I knew it.
Alright. Fine. I stealth.
I'm gonna go say hi.
Okay.
Where's my stealth?
Uh,
What?
you can still stealth even with someone else saying hi. It might even help you.
Where's my things? I stealth.
Hey, you do indeed. You're very good at your stealthing.
I
What sort of
stay
armor are you
back.
wearing, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
I wear mage armor.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, aren't you special?
I'm very stealthy because I wear mage armor.
What kind of fighter is this guy?
Yeah, I was about to
I'm
say.
an owl.
That doesn't explain anything you just said.
This dude's a wizard.
What
He
kind of
just
fighter is this guy?
he just
Ow.
forgot.
He's a mix and match of all sorts of things.
He even went to college. This dude's a wizard.
Listen, I even have a magical, what the hell is he? Familiar guy.
Wizard. Anyway,
I believe the term they use is blade singer.
I'm not a blade singer.
That's an
You
elven thing.
you guys have this argument. I'm gonna go sit by the fire.
I am also going to summon my Gregory,
Okay.
and me and him are gonna come up stealthily and watch this conversation happen.
You summon forth your Gregory, and you sneak up on this conversation. Jack, as you are approaching this this fire, you're able to get a better look at the two when you are approaching. And it is, as I said before, one of them appears to be kind of large and bulky compared to the other, though the comparison is a little bit unfair. One is clearly an adult, while the other one might be a teenager or so. Maybe is slightly older than Jack's, from what you can tell. It's kind of difficult to say one way or the other, since she appears to also be a tiefling. But the other guy is a fairly large fellow with what appears to be a lot of tattoos on his arms, wearing what appears to be almost like a ceremonial type of garb.
Hail and well met, friends. How are you?
The tiefling girl immediately jumps up to her feet with a dagger in her hand as she looks up at you and is just like, "What do you want?" And then the large fellow just kind of puts a hand up to her. "Easy, Joy. Apologies. Joy can be somewhat jumpy on the road."
It's okay. My companions are a bit jumpy too. I get it.
A hail to you as well, good friend. Please, if you'd like, you may sit with us.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna take a seat. Yeah, so we were traveling this way and we saw your fire and we thought, well, we are safer in numbers, so it's getting dark. Looks like you guys already have a camp set up. Could we perhaps join you for the evening and help split up your watch for the night?
You seem to have good reason to be here, or at least a noble heart, anyway. I do not sense deception in your words. So, I think that would ease our anxiety, having others who are able to help watch us at night.
Ah, perfect. And then I'm gonna wave at everybody.
Enjoy.
I'm
Yeah, I was just
staying
upon seeing
stealth.
Jack's signal, I am going to shepherd Jack Jr. and myself over to, and also Sick, if he's still not stealthed. I'm going to shepherd
No, I'm
everybody
not
over
stealth.
to fire.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my signal is finger guns.
Joy,
Yep, that scans.
Joy looks somewhat annoyed over at the
Oh,
large
hell yeah.
fellow. Dad, do you really have to be like this amenable to everybody that we see? Do you remember when those guys stole from us? They only stole what I could easily replace. Yeah, well, it's still stealing. You steal too. Sure, but for our benefit. They stole for theirs. I do not see the difference. Oh my god, you are impossible.
This is a wise man.
No, I agree with the child, honestly.
No, I'm on Dad's side.
I'm gonna I'm going to, listen to her, and I'm gonna say, well, if it would make you feel better, you can stay up with me for my watch.
Alright, fine. I guess, if you're gonna be around here anyway. Jax kind of looks at Joy for a moment and, tilts his head a little bit, looking her up and down. She looks to him for a second and kind of crosses her arms. Something wrong? Sorry, just haven't... the horns. Yeah, never seen a tiefling before? No? Not really? Oh. Well, I guess we're not super common. Why does your dad not have horns? Because he's not a tiefling. How's that work? It's not my dad.
I was going to... Can I lean over to Jax and give, presumably, the church's knowledge on tieflings,
Sure.
Yeah, I basically just would tell him, look, she's, well, okay, so let me actually ask, what is your tiefling lore? Because I know I've fucked around with tiefling lore before, so...
Well, it's not terribly dissimilar to your usual lore. At some point in the ancestral line, some sort of fiendish heritage came about, and that intermingled with humanoid-esque blood of some particular sort, and ended up resulting in tieflings, more or less, just in general. Though that fiendish blood tends to be quite a long ways out, generationally speaking, to the point where it's basically only minorly expressive in the form of looks and even maybe a few interesting powers that one might have from birth, but that's about it.
I would explain that to Jax. So basically be like, she's part devil, but a really tiny part devil. So it's probably not that much of an issue.
So do you only take part souls?
Don't ask. That's a rude...
Joy kind of rolls her eyes for a moment and says, "Oh yeah, just like a 10th."
As Furnace is just there, Big guy. She mouths, "I'm so sorry," over at at Joy's father.
The big guy kind of gives a wave of his hand. Children with their blunt and honesty. I truly appreciate it, to be honest. You don't find most people willing to speak their minds these days. Always a mask in front of their faces as they say one thing and mean another.
Approximately how old does Joy look to be?
Probably about 14, 15.
Okay, that's good to know.
My God.
This is essential information I need to understand, okay?
I'm gonna choose not to read into that at all.
She looks hot, alright? What the... No, how old she is.
Why, I don't understand. Why do you always go with the sneaky character? Just go for a bard if you want to fuck things.
Hey, that's racist.
That's
classist.
You mean. Thank you, Sick. I'm glad you're on my side.
Maybe tieflings have cloaca too.
We are going to ask the 14-year-old that, Ryko.
I'm not going to now that I have the information.
Hey kid, you want to see a cloaca?
Oh my God.
Ryko's digging a hole and we are all selling shovels.
First of all, this was not in character. Alright.
She is cute. She's cute enough for you to be able to be like, in a few years, she's going to be very lovely. Very likely.
Me and Gregory are playing Rochambeau out in the woods watching that.
It's true. He never actually came to the fire.
Yeah, true.
I am for sure going to mention the fact that we do have another companion, just because.
Why would you do that?
Because they are being kind to us, and it
Yeah,
would be
for all the 2 seconds that you've known them.
They're great.
it would be dishonest.
You are a
Oh
deeply
my
mistrusting
God.
person, aren't you?
Y'all have never read a book in your life? Like, have y'all never seen a movie, never seen a show, never seen how they act so nice, and then they fucking rip your balls off and make you swallow them, like, the next night?
I don't think that that's going to happen here. And you know what? Raiko? If that does happen, my apologies.
All it takes is one time for a scenario like that
spit
to
on my
happen,
corpse.
and you're dead. Alright? We don't get redoozies, okay? There's
Raiko's
no
never
respawn
seen a
point.
Disney movie in his
Don't
life.
get redoozies.
No respawn points in this shit, okay? When you die, you have to make a new character. I don't want to die, and I don't want to have it just be that one time that some stupid shit happens.
To be fair, that is just, respawning, but in a new skeleton mecha.
Listen, when that shit happens, and then fucking, oh look, here comes Raiko out of the fucking woodworks to slice the dude's throat before he can slice mine, we're like, okay.
At that point, I will say I owe you one.
Yeah.
Just go about your
Until
time.
then,
Don't
I'm going to
mention
make fun of
me.
you.
What the fuck?
Anyway, I'm gonna lean over to Jack and be like, dude, we gotta work on your game. You are really bad at flirting.
Huh?
Do not. I put my hands over the child's ears and I do not poison his brain. He is go over to your side of the camp and go to sleep.
I got here first. You're on my side of the camp, Furnace.
The older fellow gives a little bit of a chuckle. You are a lively group, aren't you? I see you already have a little one that you're looking after as well.
Yes, we do.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, little one. I think they said, what was your name? Jax. Jax. Very strong name. I'm sure you'll grow up to be quite the strong man. I don't think I'll be as big as you, though. Well, it's all a matter of training. What's your name? Hoduin. It's an odd name. It is a Wathan, actually. Wathan.
Furnace is gonna ask, so what brings you in this direction?
Well, for a little while now, for the past 5 or so years, I've been raising Joy, more or less on her own. Once she hit the age of about 13 or so, she decided it would be a really good idea for us to start finding new places. I understand the wanderlust. Children, generally speaking, do want to go out and broaden their horizons, so at some particular time, and figured she's a little bit too young to be doing it on her own, so I'm more or less going with her.
I've got
Considerably
some
her.
bad news for you, little girl. All of these places have already been found.
Don't spoil it for her.
If she's trying to find
not
a
really
new place.
engineering type. I'm more just kind of trying to find something to live in that's not a shack in the middle of nowhere. Now, I put that shack together, and I think we lived some very comfortable years in that shack.
Furnace's eyes actually brighten, and she says, "Oh, well, I can understand that. I did the same thing. I left my home, my tiny little village up in the woods for Ironstone. The change was a good one.
Oh, we just came from Ironstone.
How is it up there? How is well, Furnace is gonna pause and say, we were around nearby for the events of what happened at Conquer. How are the survivors settling in? Did you guys see, or was that not something you were paying attention to?
Hoduin gives a bit of a grim pursing of his lips for a moment. The refugees of Conquer, as I understand them to be, are not having the nicest of times there. They've had time to set up some tents and have formed a little bit of a pseudo-town outside of Ironstone proper. It seems very few of them are allowed inside, only those who can work the mines, it seems. So children and some of the elderly and the older women and such that can't really hold a pickaxe anymore aren't exactly welcome inside, it seems. It's a bit of an issue, I suppose.
Would I know if that is like a common thing among the dwarves of Ironstone, like that they have very strict rules in general about who is and isn't allowed in the city? Because I would have been an outsider, so.
When you first arrived at Ironstone, the only thing that was a requirement for you is can you work and what kind of work can you do, and is it going to be useful to some degree. That is what you understood when you first arrived, but also, you were on your own. The situation is probably a little bit different here, considering the fact that they are more or less housing the remains of an entire town, which is still, several hundred people altogether. It's a lot of people to take in at once, and it's possible that they might have decided to prioritize a little bit here.
Well, Furnace is going to admit, it was slightly different when I lived there, but I suppose this is an emergency.
I don't necessarily blame the king or any of the people of Ironstone from wanting to be cautious about letting very many people inside, but seeing the camps outside was a shame. Kids being left to their own devices, very little stimulation. The elderly feeling somewhat useless and being almost put on display as a result. It's a bit of a humiliating thing, I think, for the people there.
I can only imagine.
Joy gives a little bit of a shrug. I went inside and stole some valuable stuff and gave it to the kids, so I think we did some good. You really shouldn't advertise that you steal things to people. I suppose, but it's still not very nice.
Furnace is going to look at Joy and give her a little nod and be like, well, I do agree that you should not broadcast it. You did the right thing.
I try. I mean, it's not like he lets me steal a whole lot for ourselves. Jax gives a little bit of a scratch of his head. Why not? Dad says that we should never have more than we need for any one individual situation. Extra clothes and extra money and extra loot in general is just a lot more that we gotta drag along with us, and he doesn't want to get a cart, so only what we can carry.
I mean, that's why we brought Jax.
That is not why we brought Jax.
So your name's Joy? Yes. That's a very odd name. Is that also Olwathan? No, it's sometimes tieflings do this thing. It's a ritual amongst our people where we choose a name for ourselves once we're capable of doing so. So it's a recent thing? Yeah. The chosen name has to be not a name so much as kind of something that we aspire to. Huh. So you aspire to be joyful? More so aspire to bring joy to others. By stealing? It's not good for the person being stolen from, but for the people I end up giving the stolen stuff to, they're pretty happy.
I mean, she does make a good point. You got to admit.
I guess.
That was out of character. I am not condoning stealing that loudly in front of my child. However,
Furnace. I didn't know that's how you felt.
no, I am not condoning that in front of the child. But
Nah, that's good. I agree.
Does kind of have a point.
Hodowin kind of takes a pot from over top of the fire and sets it to the side. I have been making tea. Usually I have a bit too much, but with a bunch of visitors, I think we can probably finish the whole pot on our own.
I love tea. What kind?
I enjoy a good solid black tea, generally speaking. But if that's a bit too strong for you, I do have a little container here of some sugar. If you need a little bit more, a little bit more of a kick to it, with a little bit less of the bitter.
Oh no, I need to watch my weight.
Very well. This is more or less native to where I raised Joy at. Not terribly far from the edge of the ancient forest on the western side. We had a nice little cabin over there. Very peaceful, very serene.
So you guys have made quite some distance.
Indeed. I've actually already been to Riverdam once, but Joy'd like to go back.
How recently were you at Riverdam?
Oh, about a week and a half ago, I'd say at this point.
And this is, again, out of character. How long ago were the events of, Conquer?
At this point, a week.
Alright, so he would have been there before Conquer happened.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to, I guess, ask, how are things going down there?
It's Riverdam. Can't really say if there's anything that's out of the ordinary. Not exactly a native. Very joyous. Lots of people, having their own individual bits of fun, I suppose.
I suppose. That is where we are planning to go now, actually. Obviously after resting.
Perhaps it'd be a good idea for us to travel together. There have been a few bits and bobs along the roadside that have been a bit rough these days, so the more that we travel together, the more we might ward off those who would try to do us harm.
Oh, you're telling us. We ran into a pack of gnolls on our way.
Ah, gnolls.
Yeah.
Can't say that I've had that misfortune, but did have a few bandits that gave us a little bit of trouble.
Well, if it is an offer, I will not say no to company on the road. We've had, as Jack has said, we've had our own share of troubles. Any help we can get is, less danger to, Furnace is gonna, look at Jax and then, try to find a way to not say, the child gets hurt a lot. You know.
Jax kind of clears his
just
throat a
worried
little
about
bit. So we'll be traveling with the both of you then? That's the idea, yes. Cool. So I guess he looks over to Joy. We'll be seeing more of each other. Yeah, I guess so. Why?
I'm
Is that a
going
problem?
to glare. I'm gonna glare daggers at Jack. I'm gonna glare daggers at him. Like, if you say one fucking word.
No.
Oh, we've got
real
like
quick.
3 days.
Hey, real quick. I am going to stay hidden, but I'm going to send Gregory with a chest set in his arm. But first, Gregory's going to come walking out the woods slowly and then walk up to Jax and kind of put his hand up for a high five.
No! Do not encourage this. No!
And Gregory's just going to stand there with his hand up for a high five.
What is Gregory, by the way?
That's his his copy.
My shadow
Oh.
equivalent.
Okay. Can we be perfectly clear? If his copy is walking out of the woods, they're gonna fucking know we have another person.
No.
You already said you had another.
Yeah, we told him.
Okay.
It's just being dark and broody and mysterious.
Yeah, I thought
Staying
because he
in the
raised
woods.
such an issue of it, we had decided not to tell them. But
Oh, I assumed that you did, and he was just bitching fit about it.
What does Jax do to my high five offer?
If Gregory is offering a high five, Jax will look confused for a second because you're a lot taller than him. So how the hell is he supposed to reach up that high? But he'll try.
All right, then he's gonna give me a high five, and then I'm gonna do some finger guns at him, and then turn to Joy, and then kind of offer a chess set to offer play chess with her.
She looks to the chess set for a moment and kind of scratches her head. Is this like a new game?
What? I'm gonna tilt my head to the side of Gregory's head to the side, and just be like, "What?
What is it?"
I'm just gonna
it
look
is a
around.
game, but it's not exactly new.
Hodwin gives a bit of a shrug. Joy has different proclivities when it comes to how she finds fun on the road. But I do think that perhaps this is a more healthy hobby.
All right, well, I'm gonna appear like out of nowhere because I was stealth right behind her and be like, "You don't know what chess is?"
Do not appear behind the.
She puts her dagger up next to you, like pointing at you, and just says, "No, I don't know what chess is. Is that a problem?"
Yeah, and
Can
at the
you
same time, let's see. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be aggressive, actually. Wait, you said she put a dagger to my throat? What did you say?
No, she's pointing it at you.
I just want to walk up, pretty uncouth, and just put my wing around here and be like, no. Chess, it's a
Don't
it's a
touch
fabulous
me.
game.
Don't touch me. That is so weird.
He's foreign.
We're like, touch you. These are feathers. They're very soft. He's like, do you want to play? It's a board game. You want to play a board game?
I not. You know what? Not with you right now. No, actually, no.
My name is Lord Ryko, by the way. I own land up in the wastes. I'm a big board game fanatic. I thought that you would be interested.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to put myself between Joy and Ryko and I'm going to kind of shoo the bird away. I'm going to be like, look, can we be normal? Can we be normal for just one night?
I'm
okay?
going to pat Furnace on the head and then go to
I'm going to pick him up.
I'm going to pick him up. I'm going to pat her on the head.
Pick up the bird.
And I'm going to go to Hoodlin and be like, would you like to play chess?
Can I grapple the bird?
You can.
I want to dodge.
While they're breaking out into combat in the middle of camp,
check.
I'm gonna pull Jax to the side and be like, "Listen, Jax, I think you should find out what she likes to do for fun because that sounds a lot better than chess, and you should go do that."
Listen, I'm gonna lean over to the dad and be like, "Listen, I was trying to
get out of here. You're fighting the giant woman."
Okay. I'll see if I can.
Are you really trying to get two 14-year-old barely teenagers to fuck right now?
Okay, you're the one who's being weird with the 14-year-old.
I was trying to play a fucking family game with her.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I play chess and board
Look,
games.
all I did was come out of the shadows with a chess set, put one of my wings around her, and say, "Let's play a board game."
Well,
come here, child. Let's play some board games. I got candy for you.
First of all, that is not what I sound like. If I were to imagine, it would probably be like a British accent, like, "Hello, dear. Would you like to play chess with me?"
That's even worse. That does not make it better.
That's worse.
How many villains can you think of on the top of your head that have a British accent? I don't want to hear, "Oh, I have a British accent, so she's not going to be scared of me." Shut the fuck up right now.
Look at she's a tiefling. She's a devil person.
That's racist.
Bro, she has horns on her head, and then Jack said the most racist shit I've ever heard.
Okay, and he is a child, so he can get away with it. Okay, Ryko, I'm gonna put my hands on Ryko's wings, and I'm gonna sit him down and be like, "How about you play a board game with me, okay?"
I would like to play with our new friend. I don't want to play with you.
You didn't want to make friends.
Odwin kind of clears his throat. I am okay playing a board game with our new friend, Lord Ryko.
You lose too easily. It's no fun playing with you, furry.
It's Fanny.
Fanny, furry, Fanny, furry.
Oh my god, I don't even have any fur. I'm gonna I'm gonna go set up our tents, okay? Furnace is going to exit from the conversation before she loses it.
Have fun, Jax. It's really weird that you're setting these kids up like this, just so you know.
How is it weird? He's a young man.
Kids, go hang out in the shack by yourselves and have some fun together.
They are not hanging out in a shack by themselves. They are going to be staying in
She
full
is
view
a
of their
devil girl
parents.
that steals. She
That's
is going.
racist and classist.
And
What are you talking
she's
about?
gonna steal his little heart, and it's gonna be hilarious.
She's gonna steal his fucking cherry onion is what she's gonna do.
Oh my. Oh my Thormodin. Okay,
Oh, Thormodin, help me!
oh.
Why the fuck do I travel with you people?
I'm gonna ask Hoodlum, would you like to go first? Or whatever his name is.
Hoodwin.
Hoodwin.
Hoodwinks.
Oh, Hoodwink.
I'm gonna ask him like, what he's doing.
My Hoodlum the Hoodwink. How tall is he?
He's about 7 feet tall.
Okay.
God.
I'm setting the pieces
Definitely
up
above average for a human.
as I explain how to play the game to him.
Oh, I know how to play chess. Not a problem.
I'm
What?
gonna play background music to the chess game.
I've never played it with Joy. It's never really been... board games in general don't tend to get her attention. She's much more of an active player, if you understand my meaning.
Oh, they're fucking. Alright.
Hey,
She's much more of an active player. Bro, what?
You ever heard of sports, my guy?
Nope. They're only having
Talking about
sex.
Exactly.
sports, he plays
Listen.
World of Warcraft.
Listen. Us Owlin, we played basically a form of Quidditch back where I come from. We're very,
God.
very... What is wrong with you now?
What's wrong with you? Immediately assuming that they're...
Oh, who is God?
Because he says that she's active.
Oh yeah,
Well,
my
you
child
said
is very
she's
active.
more
Are
of
you
an active
fucking your
player.
child?
She's more of an active player if you get my drift.
There was
As in,
no-
likes to run around, likes to work out, likes to exercise, likes to fucking
Gets
play hide and
flying
seek and
trees.
You know
shit.
what? I would like to
Gets
start...
into mischief.
The next time we're in a town, I want to buy a dart kit. We can play darts.
That is not going to absolve you of these sins.
Next time we go into a
Okay,
town, I'm
why
gonna
don't you
buy
just
a fucking
facilitate
muzzle.
whatever you were doing.
I'm going to put up the tents. How difficult is it for me to put up the tents?
So, who wins between me and Hoodlum?
Chess is very much a wisdom game.
Shit.
So
I hope
if you
he
prefer to
loses.
use intelligence, you also can do that.
Nope. Same fucking score.
Okay.
Chess
Well,
is
it's one of
winning.
those
You know
two,
what?
so...
I am dexterous and I want to cheat.
Okay.
That's gonna be
So-
that doesn't work.
I guess what you can do is do a sleight of hand check and see if you can't just cheat throughout the course of
You know
playing
what? I
against
take
them.
it back. I don't want to cheat. It will set a bad precedent. I don't know. Does it seem like I'll just win on my own merit or no?
He seems like he knows what he's doing at the very least.
So do I.
I
Yeah.
have a meme
Apparently
for this. I have
not.
a meme for this.
I grew up playing chess. The Owlin are a very big chess playing people.
You grew up playing chess, but not well.
I mean, I beat Furnace. She's pretty wisdom-esque, right?
Sure.
I mean, I have wisdom.
Should we roll?
I have
Yeah,
a
that would
wisdom.
normally be how that is done, yeah.
That is typically what happens.
If you are proficient in it, then you should be able to roll your proficiency for it. You can click on Dragon Chess and have it
Son
roll.
of a bitch.
I don't know why that rolled with advantage, but either way, pretty good, pretty good.
The chess set.
You do win.
Just leave that one game at that then. Does he want a rematch? Because I will very kindly yawn and say, oh, I would really.
Coward.
But I am
Suppose you have been traveling for the better
Owlin.
part of the day, so I don't mind if you'd like to perhaps delay a rematch for some other time.
Sure. I know Furnace has been talking all kinds of shit. Maybe she would play with you.
I
He's
will
really-
gladly play anybody. A test of wits is always an interesting way to spend the time.
Yes.
Hang on, I have a meme first. You guys have to look at it because I made it. Give me a second. I'm
He
gonna
really
send it.
He's really carrying around a chess set and only winning by sheer luck.
Straight up, I put a chess set on every single character I've ever had.
Of course you
And
have.
yet, every time you play a fucking rogue type character with no
every
wisdom or
character.
intelligence.
How do
Holy shit.
I should put that up. Save image.
That's good.
Desktop save.
The moment you said you're gonna cheat because you didn't have good wisdom, that's all I could think of.
Cue
Um,
image.
While you guys have been playing chess, Joy has been off in her own head for a little bit. She seems to be in the midst of whittling what seems to be a stake of some sort, out of a little stick, sharpening the edge of it. And Jax has sat himself a little bit closer to her over time, every 30 seconds or so, just
He's
shifting
adorable.
himself over slightly. So what do you like to do for fun? Going out for a run, climbing trees is a lot of fun. I like playing hide and go seek because I'm really good at it. Usually as a hider, not so much a seeker. Training a little bit. I like to work around with the knife, Cool. I've been working with blades too. I've been doing the sword thing more than knives though. Okay, cool. I like doing all those things too. Okay, cool. So, you know what? Just, if it, next time you do it, I wouldn't mind coming with you. Okay, fine. That sounds fun, I guess. Great. Not right now, though. No, it's dark and dangerous, so probably not now. Right, yeah, sure. Are you okay? Yeah. I'm cool. Okay.
My poor child. My poor child.
Oh, he's doing it.
The man is drowning.
Yes.
Do we
Certainly
all hear this
doing.
happening? Are we
No,
Yeah, if you want to listen in, you can. Yeah.
We're all stacked on top of each other. Stop! Shh!
Can we not be weird? Can we not be weird for 2 seconds? Is this fucking normal?
I don't think you're capable. I think this team is just perpetually
I
weird.
think Hodwin's with us too, and we're all just by we're all like parents, outside the window.
After some time, you guys have some tea, play some chess, chat for a little bit, small talk and such, and Joy decides to turn in early, and Jax decides to do so as well, since he wants to more or less wake up when she does. It's kind of his plan.
I know.
Hodwin spends a little bit more time just sitting by the fire, stoking it and keeping it nice and vibrant for a little bit. And he kind of nods to the rest of you. I don't mind staying up for a little while if you all want to get a little rest in. I'll keep a lookout.
Sure. Wake me up for second watch.
Very well.
Yes, it is getting late. I should probably go to sleep too. Sips tea.
Somehow you made that so suspicious, but that's none of Furnace's business, so she's gonna go to one of the tents that she set up instead of fighting people. And she's gonna go to sleep.
You all rest for a while. Furnace, you have volunteered to be woken up in order to take the next sort of watch, and you find yourself very lightly being shook on the shoulder by Hodowin. Ma'am.
Oh, what? Oh, yes, of course. She's gonna shake herself awake and she's gonna go sit. Do they still have the fire going, or have we?
Yes, though it's pretty low at this point. Like it's kind of, it's not dead, but it's dying.
She's going to stoke the fire just a little bit because obviously my night vision is poor. And then she's going to sit by it and keep watch.
You see that Hodowin's method of rest is actually not terribly dissimilar to Jack's, it seems. He sits and he meditates as opposed to like laying down and sleeping. Though once he does, he's kind of dead to the world. So any attempt at getting his attention is pretty without any actual progress.
I would just like it to be known I am curled up in a sleeping bag and I am snoring.
Actively engage snoring noises.
Yes. I do this every night. Because I sleep like normal people.
Right.
Sure. The rest of the night goes
Real
by
quick,
without.
I'm really confused about something. So when we see him in his hood, what exactly are we looking at?
Me?
Yeah, is it a skeleton or wait, what is it?
So I have a bone, like a skeleton mask that I wear.
So
That covers
we've
my
just
face.
known you this whole time and you haven't removed the mask.
Nope, I haven't taken my hood off
That's
either.
weird, dog. Like, what? How do you eat?
In private?
Alright, sure.
through the mouth of the mask.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm feeling really suspicious. This is just weird, right?
I mean, I only got a 10 on my performance for my sleeping, so...
I mean, Jack is a very weird guy. You know this, but it's also, why you're friends with him. He's the kind of guy who just like jumps up into a crowd and says, "I'm gonna play a song now," and then just does it.
I see. Well, I just want to make it known that my suspicions of weirdness are going up.
Noted.
And I'm pretty sure Tick's were too.
To what?
Tick has been questioning Jack's person for a while.
No, Jack does. Tick doesn't give two shits. I assure you.
I think Tick knows something's off. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already figured it out when, like...
I picked him
At
up.
the-
at
This
the
dude
fun
should
fair.
weigh 4 times as much as he did. Weighs nothing. That seems really weird.
Furnace is fully aware that there's something deeply wrong with Jack, and she has decided that, she doesn't care either.
You guys are so happy-go-lucky and just like you're you love
you
the
are-
bliss of ignorance for real. Like, I'm sorry, but like I need to know something's like what's happening here.
I'm sleeping, that's what's happening here.
Exactly.
I'm gonna fly up to the top of a tree and cuddle into it.
And I'm the weird one. Mm-hmm.
So are we taking an order for the night?
If you like, it's more or less just going to be a long rest. You don't have to worry about anything attacking you guys this evening.
Damn.
It's exactly what a DM would say when an encounter's on the way.
Sure, sure.
I don't want the imps anymore.
You don't want the what?
I don't want the imps anymore. The
She kinda
fuckers
looks
give
like
me
an imp.
PTSD.
Do not say that about Joy.
No,
You are
she does
so...
not.
A little bit.
Did you fucking see?
wanna say hi?
Did you even take a look at the imps we were fighting back
Eli
there?
says hello to you guys.
Hello, Eli.
Hi, Eli!
Hello, Ela.
He says hello. He misses y'all.
Hello.
Miss you too, buddy.
He just made me a grilled cheese sandwich, and I just realized he made it with string cheese. What the hell is this?
Excellent. Tell him he's done an amazing job.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at these two and wondering how you're thinking that they look similar to each other.
I mean, they both
Yeah,
have
they
great
look-
skin.
They have nothing that they don't have anything to do with each other. They are different colors. They
look
are
like
different
twins.
shapes. Oh my god,
like
Ryko, we need to get you glasses.
Listen, from the Owlin's eyesight, you ever see, like, it's kind of like a joke, right? What is this show where it's like, they look like the same? Or like Joey, like, from Friends when he's trying to, like, say something?
I don't know.
No idea.
Or, no, from One Piece, when Luffy thinks that the two people look identical to each other.
Oh yeah, when Sanji and
Yeah, he's
What's
like,
his-
they look exactly the same, or just like, but they look very different or whatever.
yeah,
Well, to be fair, Luffy's a fucking airhead.
Okay.
apparently Ryko is too.
Luffy's
I
the
mean, there's a
fucking
reason it's
man.
called bird brain.
Birds are very smart.
I'm going to wake up early and prepare breakfast.
Does she have a tail?
Oh my god, Ryko, you can't just ask if somebody has a tail.
Why?
Anyway, are we going
She
to
does
be...
not have a tail.
I thought tieflings had tails.
No, all of them.
Tieflings,
all of them.
tieflings, some tieflings do. It's, you know, some do, some don't. Some have horns and some don't. Some have different, like purple isn't the only skin color they can have. They don't all have glowing eyes either. So, you know, it's their fiendish heritage expresses in different ways.
You ever seen a Cambion?
No.
Well, that looks like a
Cambions
fucking devil.
are straight up half devils or
Yeah.
demons, so they're a lot closer to that fiendish side.
Yeah.
Whereas tieflings are just quarter devil. Yes.
Probably
More like 1/100th would be closer. It's kind of like you know that one friend that everybody has, or it's like I'm actually 1/36th Native American on my mom's side.
Oh.
Though it's a lot more obvious with tieflings because fiendish blood is strong.
No, it's okay. I'm 1% black.
I am.
Like,
No.
no, I don't like where this is going. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, breakfast. I'm making breakfast.
Well, Hodoin will be right there with you making breakfast. He will not stop you, but he will also make his own. Feel free to make me a survival check. Okay, pretty good, pretty good.
His
18.
breakfast?
Survival check on his breakfast.
Yeah, I gotta cook. You don't just do it.
Oh, I thought you meant like survival for surviving eating his cooking.
Yeah, that's
No.
what I thought too.
I was like, what
Alright,
the fuck? He is
my
bad.
cooking is not that
You're poisoning
bad.
us.
He's cooking. Make a survival check.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Jack ends up making a pretty decent breakfast. Hodwin's is a lot more simple. It's kind of like just a little bit of a basic soup of sorts. And you guys kind of notice in the morning that Jax and Joy do not appear to be present in the camp.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it, Ryko. Shut up.
I immediately take Tick, throw him on my back, and say, we're going on a reconnaissance mission.
Absolutely fucking not.
This is the fucking, we're looking for him.
He
Nope.
said, absolutely not. I'm trying to eat these eggs.
No.
It's happening. Let's go.
No.
Stealthed up. Let's fucking roll.
Touch me and I'll shoot you.
I could use another set of eyes. How much does
No.
this guy weigh? Is he surprisingly light for some reason too?
I'm a
Odwin, how much
tiny
do you
rat.
weigh?
Last I checked, about 240 pounds.
I
You don't
want
just
to
ask
quickly
people about
look
that.
over.
You guys
at-
are rude.
No, I just want to quickly look over at Jack, then look back at Odwin, then look back at Jack, and be like, "How much was that? 240 pounds? You said?
He's a big
around
guy.
there, yeah.
You're a big
He's,
guy."
he's a
I'm
very
tall.
thick guy. He's got loads of muscles.
This guy has muscles bigger than my head. What do you mean? They did. I know he's heavy.
Dog, 70 pounds, dog.
I'm watching my weight.
Anyway, I'm saying, all right. Well, I mean, is this not like shocking to y'all? Should we be worried? Like, what the fuck?
Well, who was supposed to be watching him last night?
I don't think anyone
I
was
wouldn't
supposed to
worry.
be watching them.
I'm pretty sure it's just Joy on her morning jog.
Well, Jax went for a jog.
Possibly.
Is it Wednesday by chance?
I don't know what day it is. Might as well be.
Because that's hump day.
As breakfast is more or less ready to be served, you do see Joy and Jax kind of coming back from over the horizon. Jax kind of trailing behind her, panting pretty hard, as she kind of comes up to the campsite and kind of taps the side of her neck for a moment and just kind of takes a moment. That's good. That's good stuff, right, Jax? He's like, it's been really good. What the hell?
I like the.
I
You don't like that every morning?
Like it's okay. He's got stamina issues. We're all good.
I'm gonna speak up and I'm gonna like beckon them back over to the campsite and be like, we have breakfast.
Oh, good.
Eggs.
A reason to sit down. He
And I
sits
will
down
hand-
with you guys and just kind of you can see him leaning back on his hands, just panting really hard as she sits down next to Hodwin. It's just like, soup again? You can have what
We
they're
have
having if you'd
pancakes.
like. Yeah, I'd prefer pancakes, honestly. More soup for me.
This is why he weighs
I'll have some
240
soup.
pounds.
Furnace is
So
actually
rude.
gonna take it. Furnace is going to ask if she can have some of the soup.
What do you mean?
Certainly you may.
I'm just gonna drop my spatula. Okay, that's fine.
Everybody just wants to have other stuff. I
Look at
slaved
the
over this
build of
pot.
man. Look at him. It's got to be what he eats.
I do
I'm
like a
in
little bit
great
of meat
shape.
and veggie soup.
Bro, you weigh nothing. You have helium-infused pancakes.
You guys have your breakfast, and as you guys are finishing up and starting to pack up all your things, Jax is just kind of like, oh, fuck, and then we're going to have to walk all day. Oh, why did I do that?
What the fuck?
You poor guy.
You turned gay all of a sudden? I have to walk all day.
He just ran forever before the sun came up.
How far did he run?
If you inquire, Joy just kind of shrugs. Here's my morning mile run.
Oh, that's it.
Mile?
Yeah.
Oh, this dude is fucked. He's gonna die. So is he,
Buddy,
like, what is it called when you like don't sleep over the night and you're exhaustion level 1?
Yeah. Hodwin gives a little bit of a shrug. I kind of instilled a little bit of a morning workout routine with her fairly early on. I didn't want her feeling, getting lazy when she was young. Seems to have taken to it.
You're a good dad, Hodlam. Good on you. How did you guys
Granted.
meet again?
Oh, I just found her.
Did you like pillage her village one day and she knew
That's
what-
not exactly a story that's necessarily traveling conversation.
You guys are like father-daughter, though, right? Like that's
Yep.
No.
Yes,
he
that
found
would be
him.
our relationship. Yes.
okay. Well then,
Well, I think we need some music to lighten the mood.
Yeah,
Jack,
let's lighten the mood. Let's stop asking weird questions.
come on, Jax, get up. Start putting the tents away.
Jax just
Get up, boy,
whines
you're making
as
us look
he's.
making us look like bad parents.
Furnace is also going to get up and say, "Come on, I'll help."
And I'm gonna play a song.
You guys start walking as Jack starts playing a song for you guys as you do so. It doesn't take terribly long into you guys traveling down the road for Jax to be just a little whiny about his legs hurting. And Hodowin kind of looks to him for a moment. Do you need someone to carry you? No. I'll not really. I don't really want to do that. That seems lame. Okay, just offering. About around lunchtime, Jax will kind of look to Furnace and say, "Can I get on your back for a little while?"
Furnace is going to scoop him up, put him on her shoulders, and say, "Yes, and you can keep watch while you're up there."
Okay, I want to see her start to do this. I'm like, oh, no. You're fucking with the boy's game, Furnace. Be like, at
He's
least you're
keeping
shadow
watch.
touched now.
We
At
need
least
somebody
cast...
to see.
No,
We
just-
need somebody to see further
That's
up the road.
fine,
Be
but
quiet.
like at least cast invisibility on him so she doesn't see the boy in this state.
Furnace is going to sigh and go, "Well, I guess if we wanted to scout further up ahead, I could cast invisibility on us or something."
You're ruining every chance the boy has.
Joy does take notice of Jax being up on Furnace's shoulders, and she doesn't seem to like make any initial comments before eventually kind of looking up to Hodo and being like, "When's the last time I rode on your shoulders?" It's been about 3 years since last time I gave you a ride. You are spiritually independent. Be nice to do it every once in a while, though. You're more than welcome to. Okay. You can see, you watch as she kind of like grabs onto his arm and like hoists herself up onto his back.
Monkeys her way up there.
Yeah. Doesn't really require any effort on Hodowin's part. She just climbs the whole way.
I look
There
over
we
at
go.
Jack. So, you want to ride on my shoulder since you're so fucking light?
No, I'm good.
We're all playing a game here. I feel like we're about to start to play chicken. I don't want to feel left out. Let's go.
I am not one to lose a game of chicken, especially if I have the bird on my team. I'm mounting the bird.
Oh, Lord.
That's a way to put it.
Yes, this is a real game of chicken.
We are not
Howling.
playing a game of chicken. We are walking. We are
No, we're
traveling.
playing Howling. That's what we're playing.
Hey, Jack! As I point my scabbard sword at him.
Joy just kind of like leans down to Hodowin and just whispers like, "These guys are really freaking weird."
See what you've done.
Don't judge
Wait,
others.
Friends
Are you
think we're
scared,
weird.
Devil Girl?
Scared isn't really the word for it.
Intimidated, it's fine, I understand.
Yes. Terrified.
My might is unquestionable.
Yes.
Bemused,
I
maybe.
put my wings out to full tilt, you know, like all the way out. With the come at me, bro, with my wings. And then I float them down so a big gust of wind hits them very disrespectfully.
I'm gonna use minor illusion to enhance this intimidation factor. I'm adding shadows under his wings.
What the hell hell is going on with these guys? They're having fun in their own way, the same way that you do.
I think Furnace is just watching a horror.
I'm gonna take flight, and we're gonna start. You know how like vultures circle their prey in the air, of like someone who's about to die. I'm gonna start with Jack on my back, start circling them.
I'm cackling like a madman, and I start playing the Flight of the Bumblebees.
Flight of the Bumblebees. That's a perfect song. And you know what? As you're playing it, I want to like start saying it out loud, like through my mouth, like as I like start flying and coming close and just barely like doing like flybys at them.
Childlike wonder and mischief is in the air today.
Unfortunately.
Especially amongst the adults.
Man, these guys are no fun, dude.
Hodwin kind of looks up as you're flying and just kind of gives a bit of a smile. Would you like to do a little bit of a race?
Oh yes.
You got mobile now, bro.
No, you're the one flying. I'm not running. I'm riding you. You're the mount.
I have
You are
an idea.
running.
No, see, we're gonna do an inverted flip. So when we hit the ground, that's when we invert, and then I get on your back and you run. And then when we take flight, we invert again and we flip, and then you get on top of me and we fly.
Wait, how heavy are you?
I'm not pretty light too. I'm a bird. I have hollow bones and shit. I think I'm 180.
I'm just imagining Lord Raiko's face as he says, "I'm a bird and shit."
Hello, bones and shit.
Where's my thing? I wrote it down. I don't know. I'm like 170 pounds, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been slacking on upper body training a little bit.
I fly, dog. I gotta be light.
That's why you're running.
I'm all feathers, dude.
Well, you got a lot of feathers, dude.
Feathers weigh a feather.
Jax isn't the only one who's a growing boy.
As if kind of like taking you guys' discussion as an acceptance of the challenge, Hodwin starts calling out 1, 2, 3.
Right, Bestie.
As he starts bolting forward.
You're racing?
Go! Run!
Not necessarily everybody, but he did ask Raiko and Jack if they'd like to.
I guess I'm running to keep up with them. I'm not trying to race or anything, but I don't want to get left behind.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Come on, let's go.
What kind of ground are we on?
We're not on the ground. We don't need ground where we're going.
It's pretty flat land, generally speaking. It's pretty good racing weather and environment at the
What
moment.
spells do you have?
Right now, I have the spell of I'm smacking you with my cane to get you to go.
Dog, you're running on your own. You're faster than me.
You are the worst mount ever.
You are way faster than me.
I'm surprisingly nimble.
Okay, so who wins between them?
Not me, because my bird's not going.
Well, I mean, you have your flight speed, which I'm pretty sure is 30 feet, the same as your regular movement speed.
Yes.
If Jack was set on the ground, decided to also race on his own,
I mean, we're
then,
dashing, obviously, right? I mean,
yeah, sure. And so it just means double, generally. I think Jack, it would be a tad faster than you, because he's got 40 feet of movement, just generally. Flight does give you a little bit of a bonus, because means you don't have to like follow any sort of like road or anything like that.
Yes,
you can
yes.
just kind of fly straight.
so would you say that makes me and Jack even?
I'd say so.
Oh. I'm just more dexterous with my abilities.
But Hodwin is definitely a decent bit faster, it seems.
Wow. So did Joy,
Joy was on Hodowin's back, like I was supposed to be on
Jesus
yours.
Christ. He did that with a fucking chick on his back?
Yep.
Like, she's heavy. I don't care who you like. All women are heavy.
Ouch.
Probably about, I'd say 2.5 times faster than you are, Lord Ryko.
Holy shit!
He's quick.
Dog, what?
Yeah.
And he's not a tabaxi?
Nope.
Or, I mean, he's got to be.
I mean,
have
he
some-
might be a
He's
dead
got to
one.
have like rogue in him then, right?
Or
Nope.
monk.
He's not a rogue, and he's not a
He's-
tabaxi.
Could be
Correct.
magic too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
fucking
could-
has.
he could be a
What's
wizard.
it called?
Could
What
be
the hell is it
anything.
called? Maybe he's just like that. He's like fucking.
Maybe he's just built different.
Did
Maybe
he
it's
crack an
Maybelline.
egg in his bicep?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
What level is he?
Who
Water
knows?
levels.
I don't think we need to know that.
Well,
All right,
I'll take second place.
I'll take second place too.
You guys, after a little while, end up catching up. Thanks to the race, and you guys kind of, well, Tick and Furnace having to unfortunately catch up to you guys. You've already been. This is essentially your second day of travel, and you guys find yourselves actually getting close to Riverdam itself, as so seen by the by being able to see the big old lake in the distance that Riverdam sets on. Riverdam itself is exactly as it sounds. It is a lot of kind of compositions of boats and rafts and little bridges that connect them that have been built over time that you can kind of see from a distance. It seems that the usual way to get to Riverdam proper is on either of three main entrances via what appears to be raft that is usually parked on the side of the shoreline here to gain access for anybody who might be traveling. And it seems that you guys are not going to be alone either, as the sort of sun is starting to come down. You guys are approaching the edge here, and you see that there is a decent amount of traveling traders and the like who appear to also be waiting for their turn across into the city proper. Hodowin kind of lets Joy down to the ground, and she starts to slink herself around the various other people who are here waiting for their turn to get into the city.
She is always up to no good.
Oh wow. Hey, where you said we're at Riverdam Raft, or
We're
Yes.
outside of Riverdam Raft.
this
Yeah.
little house right here?
I mean, this right here is kind of like a little traveler's inn for people who don't actually want to stay in the city, or people who have arrived but like the rafts are down for the day or something along those lines. It's like kind of a little bit of a boathouse, but it's pretty tall. It's about 3 stories. It's kind of it's a little inn more or less for people.
Okay. Alrighty. So we're staying here
No, we're waiting in line to get on the boat.
to get on the boat. Where exactly are we crossing?
We're not crossing. We're trying to get to the in there.
The raft comes by to pick up people who are sitting on the side waiting for the raft, and then the raft takes you into the city.
Oh, that's the city.
Yeah, the city's on the lake.
Ah.
I'm gonna do an impromptu concert to try to earn some money
Sounds good.
while we're waiting.
Give me a performance check.
I'm dazzling everybody with my wondrous skills.
I mean, I am a bird. I can maybe whistle?
I am.
You're not dazzling. You're
Would I have a good voice if I'm an owlin? I mean, you ever heard like a cockatoo or like birds in general? They have
You're not a
good
cockatoo.
voices.
You're
I don't
an
know.
owl.
Are you trained at all in performance?
What? Yes. I
Okay.
am proficient in performance.
If you are proficient in performance, then you may help.
Oh, so I wait,
Shit.
do I get advantage if he's assisting
Okay.
me, or
You both are tone deaf.
he's throwing me off? That's what it is. I'm not used to having
Okay.
a co-performer. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I mean, wait, what is your
On average, you guys are doing well enough that nobody is actively yelling at you, but you're also not getting much in the way of tips either.
Ryko, stop! You're throwing off my groove, man.
Bro,
What?
Like, that sounded like
You can't have two concerts at the same time.
sounds. I'm listening to owl calls right now.
listening to owl calls.
Trying to play music and I've got an owl hooting in my ear.
Screeches sound terrifying, dog.
Eventually, the raft does come by to pick up the last group of folks for the evening. You see a couple of wagons being loaded onto this rather large raft, which is piloted by about 4 people with oars. And you guys are given the opportunity to get on as well.
Well, come on then. By the way, Tick, do you know who you're looking for here?
Fuck, who was it? It was some gnome or a dwarf.
Halfling.
Halfling.
Goodness.
Oh,
Um,
what was their name?
Out of game, so that you know, you're looking for Master Otto.
Master Otto. Oh, yeah, okay.
Like, do you know what this Master Otto even looks like, Tick?
No clue.
Joy gives a bit of a shrug as she kind of rejoins you guys. You see that she has what appears to be a little pouch in her hand. She appears to be counting some stuff. Otto's House of Wonders is in the central boat, so pretty hard to miss.
It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have to go ask people.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Joy and ask, would you mind showing us the way?
Yeah, sure. It's on the way to some contacts I need to talk to.
Alright, sounds good.
That
It's like
sounds
we can kill
shady.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Jax gives a little bit of a clearing of his throat. You got contacts, huh? Yeah, local Thieves Guild here doesn't really appreciate independent contractors, it seems, so gotta pay tribute. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
Furnace is actually gonna look at Jax and say, you should go with her. You were part of a Thieves Guild back in Conquer, were you not?
Yeah, that's true. So it would be good to reestablish myself with some people. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
You can al-
Always
you
good to
can-
have another person in the know here.
Yeah, you can also find out what's going on locally to see if you can dig up any fun-sounding rumors.
I would
You'll
like
be able to keep each other
high-five
out of
Jax
trouble, or in
before he
trouble.
leaves.
Whatever.
You guys all get onto the raft and start making your way into Riverdam proper.
Making my way downtown, riding raft, faces pass.
Raft
Let's
bound.
see.
Dig-a-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Do 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 do. I need to. Do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Looking
Okay.
for Auto.
Otto.
Be fine.
Ara.
Here we go.
Ara, ara.
You got a nice little map of Riverdam here.
Oh, where token? I just saw the other two. I figured we'd all be getting a token.
You guys will be popping off here. Oops, that is not correct. That is not one of you guys. That is another person. Furnace.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Or
Yo, this
Ryko.
is sick,
and
dog.
Tick. As we pop it off right around here as the raft makes its way into one of the reception centers, which takes you to the central boat in the middle of Riverdam. Upon entering into Riverdam and kind of getting past the little checkpoint here, which is more or less people just looking to see if anybody's bringing any sort of like weird contraband in with them, which since you guys don't have a cart with you is not going to be a huge issue. You make your way in. Stop wiggling. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Freaking weirdos wiggling around.
I always forget how to zoom in and out. I'm sorry.
The mouse scroll.
you're still wiggling.
I'm wiggling. I'm wiggling Furnace back.
I don't even know how you do that.
It's just mouse scroll without pressing shift or control or anything.
When you have your character highlighted, if you hit control, then you can mouse scroll, and then it'll wiggle you. But yeah, you guys enter into Riverdam, and it is exactly as Hodoin had kind of given you almost forewarning about. It's a place where people have fun. The entirety of the central part of the boat here is nothing but sort of marketplaces and restaurants and bars and places that people kind of hang out just generally. The vast majority of the population here are halflings, who are people who are well known for knowing how to have a good time. And the amount of music that is playing here, the amount of people dancing around, public drunkenness, and all sorts of different types of behavior is on full display as you guys are here, especially in the evening.
My kind of town.
I don't like that it's on water.
Hodoin gives a bit of a nod. Oh, by the way, they have a strict no fire policy, so try not to make any while you're here.
He's a fireman.
I need to rework my show.
Basically, the whole city is made out of wood to one degree or another, so it can be somewhat damaging.
They got water.
Yes, but it's a little deep.
Temple of Robin? Who's Robin?
I don't like deep water.
Robin, or Robin Two Tails, is the trickster god. And Joy would give a bit of a grin. Robin's temple is a casino.
See, there's Tall Fella's Warehouse. I'm about to look fucking suave, bro.
I can't go into the tall fella's warehouse. I'm only 4'10".
He's too short.
I'm too short to go into the tall fella's warehouse.
I wouldn't recommend most people go to the Tall Fellas Warehouse. Tall Fellas are the local thieves guild.
Oh, even more so, I don't want to go there.
I'm gonna find a stage to play on if you guys need me.
Oh, there are a great many here for sure, especially in the central boat area. There's just loads of sort of like raised platforms all around for people to kind of just perform on as they please.
Oh, I am
we got
mounting
paid at
the
all?
stage. Nope.
See. I mean, should we ask them for money?
That's cool for money.
If you want to be a beggar, you can be. I'm gonna go earn my wages. Jeez, I thought as a lord you'd be above that, but nobility's weird somewhere.
Listen, I am not above asking for money to save the world quest. Like, what?
Do we need money? Are we low on funds?
I just want to buy, like, health potions and shit.
Oh yeah, we can't
Alright,
afford
then
that.
Then Ryko, let's go try to find work.
Joy kind of gives a bit of a point before, as Jack starts to kind of walk close to her, so they can head off to the tall fellows together. And she points over to this building over here. Over there is Otto's place, so if you have anything that you need to do there, that's the place that you go to.
Oh, right. I guess I'll go with Sick for now. Leave Raiko to beg and Jack to perform.
I mean, I didn't say I was going to beg. I was going to say ask, like, the wizard guy or the king or the emperor for some money.
Let's not beg the emperor either.
It's not begging! What?
I'm
why
not
do you keep
giving
saying
you...
begging?
I'm not giving you the sending stone.
I'm sorry. Is this, like, your sending stone?
It is now.
It's not, actually. It belongs to the group, alright?
Bye, guys.
Why would we not ask for money to buy health potions?
I'm walking away from him.
You have lost your fucking mind. You're a lunatic.
You got a lot of competition here, Jack, in terms of performances. There's lots of people who are doing performances here, and a lot of them seem to be pretty experienced.
I'm in my element. I am ready to go. I'm going to give myself Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Once I find the
Eli, come clean this up.
slot. Sorry, I'm looking on my character sheet to where I track. There it is. Alright. And I am going to dazzle the crowds with metal. God damn it. Hold on. I have a D6 to add.
What should be a 1?
Damn it.
It's another 2.
You actually find yourself playing a little bit below average compared to a lot of the other sort of like high energy folks here. It seems that maybe perhaps your particular genre isn't like meshing very well with everybody else. It's kind of getting drowned out a little bit here.
You win this time. I'm gonna relocate. This is clearly not the right place.
Flutes and drums and wind instruments of all sorts are kind of drowning out your guitar playing.
Yeah, clearly not the right place to for that kind of thing. Robin's Rest would be a better place for me to play. I'm gonna migrate over there and try again.
Heading over to Robin's Rest, you find that it's essentially a very large inn, but a very luxurious one, it seems. There's loads of different like places out here for people to kind of like sit and either eat various different meals, or just kind of like enjoy the kind of like being outside in the sunshine on a boat, things like that. Glancing over at the interior, it seems that Robin's Rest itself is a few floors up. It's pretty wide. It has what appears to be a built-in pool on the roof that people are currently enjoying. Nice big old dining area inside as well as a bar, and a lot of room for a lot of people.
And a lot of people to listen to my songs.
I'm going to the party boats. I don't know why you haven't come over here to fucking try.
Oh boy. Raiko, you fly over to the party boats, and you find yourself in a rather interesting part of the city. Now, this is usually a place that most people would have to use rafts or boats in order to get themselves over to. It's not particularly well connected to the rest of River Dam, so it's a somewhat exclusive group that kind of populates this particular area, but it is just as lively as the main boat here. Looking around, you do notice that there is a decent amount of people here who seem to dress very similarly to Jack, it seems.
Damn it, I am on the wrong side.
In the form
Jack?
of, big cloaks and thick coats and like. No.
No?
No.
Damn.
Because I'm trying to look for rich family people that I can, like, sell, like, I can fly them around for a little bit and I can give them rides.
Well, you're probably not going to find family people here too much. I mean, not the right family anyway. But your presence here is certainly very well noticed for sure, as a lot of people seem to see you kind of flying around and taking a look at them. You're getting a lot of kind of very hard looks from some somewhat sketchy looking folks.
Okay.
I don't look sketchy.
I don't like this. I'm going back.
I'm gonna fly over here, and I'm gonna fly down and scoop Jack up,
No, I got a 24 on my performance. Go away.
and I carry him back to the party.
Damn bird.
Is that a nat 20?
No. It was a 16.
So,
Um,
so there's basically just what? This is just like peasants partying on boats, but it's exclusive. But they're not fucking rich.
I wouldn't call them peasants.
All right. So do we?
The
see
second time you
anything?
fly by, now with Jack in your hands, you notice that there is a decent amount of people aiming crossbows at you.
What the fuck?
What?
Okay.
What did you do?
I didn't do shit. I don't know
You're
why.
aiming crossbows at us.
I don't know. Maybe there's
why.
a reason they're excluded out
know
of the
what?
fucking thing.
I drop Jack and I stealth.
Oh.
How do you stealth while you're in the air?
I'm an owl.
That's
not
That's
an
making you turn
explanation.
invisible.
Because owls turn invisible.
Ah, yes, I am an owl. I silently go below the sides.
Well, hello, gentlemen. How are you?
You fly below the sides of the boat to try and get out of their eye line as you
I
drop
land on
Jack
these boxes
into the
here.
boat.
And I'm like peeking
And-
up, just like seeing what the fuck's going on.
Now, Jack, you have a bunch of crossbows now pointed at you.
Well, with the 15 acrobatics, do I at least land on my feet?
Yeah, though somewhat unsteadily, because
Okay.
you were dropped unceremoniously.
Well, hello, gentlemen. How are you?
One of them kind of gives a little bit of a sneer in your direction. You see he's got what appears to be a scar going across one of his cheeks as he looks to you from out under his hood. Fuck you doing here there, son?
You know, that is a great question. You see, what had happened was I was performing on the other side of town, and I was abducted by this horrible bird creature.
This here place is invitation only.
And I do respect that this is an invitation-only party, but every party needs a musician.
Yeah, well, we didn't order one. You best call your fucking bird friend back here and get your ass out of here.
Oh, I have no idea who that bird was.
Caw-caw!
He's a hoodlum.
Hello. What was your name? You said, sir?
Several crossbow bolts go to Gregory.
Okay. All right. Well,
Fucking illusion bird!
Yeah, fucking illusion bird.
and I want to put my wings above the side of the boat and be like, "Don't shoot!
I'm gonna hype up the crowd and say, "Shoot him! Get him now!"
Don't fucking shoot it, Jack! I will leave your ass here." Listen, we're looking for work.
I draw my sword and point it towards the bird.
No, I say, "Don't shoot! Don't shoot!" And I start to slowly crawl up onto the barge or whatever this is. I'm gonna say, "Hey, I'm looking for work and I can fly. Are you sure you can't use a guy like me?"
Sort of work you looking for?
I have no idea. I come from a rich family, but like I haven't really had to fend for myself. I just came out of school. I got tons of skills, but I don't really know like this area. I don't know even know what to look for. I can fly, I can do deliveries. I can take you for a trip in the sky.
How much can you carry?
I'm gonna lean into
Carry, 82 pounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean in close to my new scarred friend and be like, he says he's from a rich family. He might be good for a ransom.
That's true.
I'm standing right next to y'all. I hear you, and I'm gonna say I forbid all of my stuff to come out here. So I don't know. Did I say I was rich? No, I'm not. I don't come from a rich family. I come from a rich area. I myself am not very rich. No. Nor is my family. Just looking for work.
How are you not dead?
Why don't you go ahead and take a seat?
Sure. Do you play chess?
God
No.
fucking damn it, the chess again.
Oh, Rekka, what have you pulled me?
The scarred fellow looks to one of his compatriots and says, "Tell Grandpappy that we got one. Seems rich. Might be worth some."
All right. I am going to Okay, what is this? Hold on. Soul. Let's see. Perception. What is that? Is it a perception investigation to see what the fuck that meant?
Maybe insight?
Insight
Yeah.
check. Where's an insight?
Insight might work.
17, I think.
I don't need an insight roll to know Pappy's not a good guy.
Who knows who Grandpappy is? But when he says we got one, you're pretty sure any extended stay from here on out is on their rather forceful insistence, as opposed to an invitation on your end.
Yeah. I, on the other hand, am happy that I have made new gang friends, and I've joined the gang.
He looks to you and he's like, "Why don't you sit next to your bird friend?"
I don't know him.
Uh huh.
He's my best friend.
Well, why don't you go ahead and keep sitting next to him anyway?
We just got here this morning.
I thought things were going so well. I was going to join the gang. It was going to be a big thing. Can I try to persuade him to to not do this?
Give me a persuasion check.
I would have barred my way out of this.
This is truly an epitome of fuck around and find out.
A dirty 20.
Honestly, I think we should leave them. I think if they get themselves killed, it would be warranted.
I'm
okay,
joining
we
a gang.
have
I don't know
two
what you're
party
talking
members.
about.
I sit down in this
party
chair,
members to replace them.
and I'd be very casually put a wing around Jack and be like, "This place is pretty fucking cool, yeah?"
To solidify the fact that I don't know him, I'm going to stab him.
What?
But, like, fake stab him. I'm going to, like, pretend that I'm stabbing him, but, like, make it look real.
I'm going to very loudly say, "Why are you fake stabbing me?"
To
be
this
good,
particular
dog.
point,
Listen, man.
the scarred fella just goes, "Both of you sit the fuck down and don't fucking do nothing."
God damn it.
At that point, I'm gonna slowly whisper into Jack's ear, "Don't worry, dog. If the shit goes south, I'll grab you and we're out this motherfucker, alright?"
If it goes... We are now kidnapped by a gang. I could have joined the gang. It could have been fine.
We've been in much worse than this, dude. This is nothing.
When?
Do you not remember the fucking thing that came out of the ground and the shit that we fucking had to deal with?
He does a quick point towards a lot of the people around. He's like, "I want no less than 20 crossbows trained on this fucking bird."
What the fuck? He's a bird too. You should look behind his mask.
I don't even have wings. That's ridiculous.
He's like a chicken. Like he's one of those, like literally really
Chickens
small
don't have wings, by the way.
Yeah, it's like one of those really like small winged birds that he can hide underneath his clothing.
If either one of these two leaves that seat, fucking fill them with holes.
I'll be like, "Hey man, you gotta." So like, I mean, he's like the same size as me though, right? Jack is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tall.
So basically, like, if he were to cast, what is it, mage? You were wait. No, hold on. What's that spell you have? The reaction spell. What the fuck
Silvery
is it called?
barbs?
No, the other one.
That's the only reaction spell I have.
What? I thought you had the one where it gives you like +5 to your armor.
That's not a spell.
That's a bard ability.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't have shield.
It's called
Yeah.
defensive flourish. It's as a part of an attack he can you roll a d6. I'm pretty sure it's equivalent
yeah,
to his inspiration
yeah.
die, and then he adds that to his AC.
I thought
Yeah.
that I was talking about shield, like he said.
Yeah, I do not have shield.
How the fuck do you not have shield, but you have silvery barbs?
I'm a bard, not a
By
wizard.
not taking shield and silvery bar.
There. Okay. Well, anyway, you have silvery barbs too, right? So I'm gonna like very slyly, kind of like ventriloquisty, while smiling, kind of like whisper to him, "Here's the plan. Things go actually south. I'm gonna grab you, and you're gonna be my shield, and I'm gonna fly out of here while you." Defend against.
I'm just gonna. My head's gonna drop. I was on stage and I was doing really well.
Who
And then I
knows?
was
Maybe we'll
about
get
to
a really good job out of this. Maybe these guys aren't as bad as you think. I've been drinking, by the way. It's been a party.
Both of y'all have started a fucking side quest that we were not ready for.
Speaking of the other group, Tick, you and Furnace got some stuff that you want to do.
Yeah, I would just like to say, like, as we're walking towards Otto's whatever menagerie emporium, whatever he's got, I'm just gonna go like turn to Sick and say, for no reason at all, if the other two get into a significant amount of trouble,
No reason at all.
just leave them.
Oh no, yeah,
No
they're
reason at
fucked.
all.
Yeah, I think we should just, I believe that this is the kind of place that if we wanted to replace those two, we could probably find.
Q
new
is
party
metagaming.
Oh, this is just a hypothetical. I would never.
Q's
I would never do
metagaming.
something like meta gaming.
As a note, just in case something happens, it's just, it's just, forming a plan.
Yeah,
In case, you guys get lost.
This is a place that a lot of trouble happens, and as we know, those two have less than stellar track records. So I was just saying it ahead of time.
I thought we were friends. I wrote a song for you.
Oh yeah, both of them have a less than stellar track record. Yeah.
Why do you think I keep quiet all the time? I don't want to associate them fucks.
What the fuck is happening right now?
Anyway, so let's go look at stuff about your gun, and we're gonna walk into
Hey
the.
Jack, you remember how we
emporium.
kept them alive through all of our encounters?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure Furnace's healing did a lot of that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Listen, the best defense is a good offense, alright?
Yeah, there's a reason I almost one-shot that no leader.
You guys head over to Otto's Wondrous Works. And heading inside, you are greeted with what is already going to be a rather uncommon scene for the vast majority of people. What appears to be a 12-foot tall stone golem is knelt in front of the entrance when you come inside, and almost as if like signaled by you entering in and like opening the door, it raises its arms wide in reaction to you and says, "Welcome."
Furnace is going to go. Oh, Big. Hello.
Curl back into its normal sitting position, and you hear a voice like, "Oh, seems we have some folks. 1 second." As behind the desk to the left of the golem, you see a small fellow just kind of make his way up to the top of the counter and kind of wave to the both of you. He's got a little bit of an older look to him. His face definitely has a decent amount of wrinkles to them. Had a few gray streaks in the hair and some what appears to be some goggles that he has currently pulled up over his forehead as he gives a big wide smile. Always good to see new customers.
Hi.
Tick just kind of walks in. without saying a word and puts down the gun, wrapped up gun in front of him.
We're customers of a sort. We were told by some of the artisans from Ironstone, some of the gnomes to be specific, that you might be able to give us more information on this particular piece of weaponry.
I'll take a look here. As he unwraps Tick's gun for a moment and starts looking at it. Oh, I haven't seen too many of these for sure. A rune cannon. Very good. Not exactly in the best of conditions. It looks like there's a lot of sort of alterations that have been made. Someone's been tinkering with it.
I thought it was a regular gun.
Well, everyone makes mistakes, I suppose. Guessing you would like to make this in working order.
That would be preferable, yes, rather than a hunk of metal on my back.
Very good. Well, I can go ahead and get to work on that. I'll have to do a little bit of an evaluation to see exactly how much work's going to be needed to be done on here, but depending on how much, it could take anywhere from maybe an hour to a day to, well, maybe a week, depending on how much I need to do.
That's fine.
Let's see. He lowers his goggles for a moment and starts to examine it more thoroughly. Okay. Looks like a firing mechanism's been clogged by what appears to be some gunpowder. You tried to fill it, did you? Okay, not good. That's going to clog it up a decent bit here. Cleaning it out is going to take a little bit of time. It says loading mechanism has been clogged as well. That's not going to work. Sights are off balance. This looks like a couple days' work, actually.
Did I fuck it up that bad?
Well, it's still usable, just it's gotta take a little bit of time to get it back in working order, more or less.
Couple of days should be fine.
All right. Not sure how much money you guys have on you, but as far as basic repairs for something less, I mean, I'd go ahead and charge probably 100.
100 gold? Well, I don't have the money right now, but if you start on it, I can pay when I come back for it. And until I can't pay it, you can keep it until then.
Okay. Well, how much do you have on you right now?
8.
I'd want at least 10 for a down payment.
Furnace is going to chip in. Furnace chips in 2 gold without question. She's like,
sure?
no, that's all right. Yep, 10 gold for a down payment. That's absolutely fair.
Thank you.
All right. That'll get me started at the very least, and when you pick it up, just remember, still owe another 90.
Yes.
I will keep it in our logbooks.
Next
All
time
right.
you'll see me, I'll have the 90.
And next time you see me, this will be in working order, provided you give me a couple of days.
Sounds
Thank
good
you
to
very
me.
much.
Anything else I can do for you two while you're here?
I can't think of anything right now. Furnace?
Perhaps once I have some more money of my own, I would like to look around. I have a little one who's, well, a teenager, and I'm sure there are lots of things you have here that would fascinate him.
Oh, I have a good load of toys that are fun for the little ones, for sure.
Furnace seems she's very excited about the idea of being able to get Jax a toy. So she's like, come on, Sick, we should go figure out how to earn money.
I mean, I know how I earn my money.
Well, maybe they'll have a job for me too.
The people that I go for? Probably not.
Well, bother.
For a little background context, Tickis just kills for money.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Furnace is aware of that, so she's
yeah.
just kind of like,
I was just like
well,
making
all right.
sure that you like as a player know that like I don't think you want to deal with the people I have to deal with.
No, probably not, but she doesn't know that, so she's just like, oh, well, I guess I won't do jobs with you then. If you don't want to do jobs with me, it's fine.
It is okay. I don't think you'd enjoy them. Nasty business that is.
Okay. So what is your strategy for going and trying to find some contacts here in the city that might be of use to you, Tick?
Probably Thieves Guild, I'd imagine.
Okay. Well, then you'd probably end up heading the same place that Joy and Jax did.
Did Hodin, sorry, was that his name? I've already forgotten.
Hoduin.
Do we know where Hodin went?
Yeah, he's just sticking around here in the central spot. He's found a nice little table for himself, and he's just found a cup, got some water, and is dipping some tea leaves in it. Just chilling out and having a time.
Arnis is going to go over to him, and is when Sick is done with his stuff, she's basically just gonna ask, so, do you know where I could get work here?
Well, I suppose it depends on the type of work that you're interested in doing.
Well, hopefully not anything too, immoral. But I suppose in a place like this, I'm going to have to take what I could get.
Well, I wouldn't say Riverdam is known for its immorality and more its decadence. Then again, I suppose that's a matter of perspective. Maybe it would be easier if I asked things that you would prefer not to do. Like things that are off the table.
Well, preferably not, killing people, but I can fix things. I'm very good with my hands. I've been a builder not my entire life, but from as old as I could hold a hammer.
Let's see. How good are you at carpentry?
Oh, decent? She would be, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, she would nod. She's go, I'm pretty good at it.
The large raft directly to our southeast is where a lot of the more well-to-do members of society here in Riverdam tend to stay. If there's anything that they need done in terms of any sort of remodeling or fixing up or even just adding some things to their homes, whatever the case may be, I'm sure they'd be willing to pay a pretty penny.
And that would be the mayor's city hall?
Just above that, yeah. Like this whole thing here.
Oh, well, in that case, she will thank Hodwin profusely, and she will stomp her way down over to that direction. And I guess you can go over to Tick and see what Toby's doing.
Okay. Tick. You make your way over towards the Tallfellow warehouse. When you enter inside, Joy and Jax are already in there. Joy seems to be having a fun time with the what appears to be kind of like the warehouse manager here, who's kind of just having a fairly relaxing conversation with her, just updating her on things. Jax is sitting there looking at the two of them, just nodding along with what it is that they're saying. As the guy's like, yeah, so these days it's a 10% take on the daily, so just try not to sneak anything by us, or usually have eyes out everywhere. So I know how sneaky you are, but we're sneakier. And she gives a chuckle and goes, I know. Got my knuckles wrapped enough to know better than to try and sneak anything past you guys. But, all right. As it is, already went ahead and did a little bit of a hit before coming in here. So if you want, here is 5 gold pieces. That is 10% of what I managed to get from all the traders outside. Oh, good. You got a nice little chunk, didn't you? Yes, sir. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and make sure everyone knows that you are currently one of the independents working right now, so that people leave you more or less alone. And your friend here, I'm guessing, is with you? Yeah, I guess. The Jax gives him a little bit of nod. Yeah, I used to run with a crew over in Conquer. But bad stuff happened. Everything ended up going belly up. So just looking for new stuff to do. Well, if you want, we can just go ahead and put you to work, just putting things away. I mean, pay's not too great, but it's better than most of the labor around here. How much? Yeah, a gold a day. What would I do? Just a matter of putting crates where I tell you to put them. Okay. I could probably do that. It's that or go out stealing with joy. Thinking about it, maybe I'll go out and just, get a feel for the place a little bit, Okay. If you change your mind, feel free to come back. Tick, that's when you're kind of more or less coming inside.
Hello?
Hello, sir! Welcome to the Tallfellow Warehouse. Is there anything that we can store here for you today?
Not looking for more of a store. I'm looking more of a work. The disposing of kind.
Disposal. Interesting. He kind of takes a glance at your gun for a moment and gives a bit of a nod. Well, interesting thing is we had something that just came across our laps pretty recently, actually. It's not really disposal at the moment, but I'm guessing they could probably use another, range specialist to keep an eye on things, if you're up for it.
That sounds a lot easier than what I had in mind, so what's the job?
So that's simple. Some dandy came by the boats that we use for our own private businesses, and just kind of crashed the party. Apparently he's a noble-born, so we're keeping him around, seeing what we can do with him, how much money we can get out of him, that sort of deal.
Sure, sounds good.
All right. We got a boat outside. Just let him know that the manager sent you, and to take you down to where the business is going.
All right. Tick just kind of nods to the manager, Jack, and fuck, what was her name?
Joy.
And just goes up, starts going towards the job site.
You quickly find a boat out here that will take you to the location in question. And as you kind of disembark and quickly make your way over, you find the dandy in question as Jack and Raiko are seated under what appears to be a
Extreme duress.
under a building of sorts, so like a little bit of a tent that's been kind of put over top of them, with a decent amount of people currently training crossbows on them.
Wait, hold on. Pause. Why is Topi next to us? I missed something. I was.
He got hired to keep an eye on us.
Wait, what?
I have a job.
He's not our friend right now. He's not coming to rescue us.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Nothing you were there for, so it's okay. Toby has arrived.
I need money to fix my gun, right?
Yes.
So I went to the Thieves Guild to look for a disposal job. Instead, I got a lookout job for some dandy that decided to crash their private party.
Oh.
Yeah.
I am a dandy, huh?
Hi, dandy. Their words, not mine.
Oh, I'm a dandy.
Their words, not mine.
I don't say dandy quite often. Hey, Lord Reich, how you doing? Oh, I'm quite dandy. Hey, Tick!
Of course it's fucking you.
What are you doing here?
A job?
What job you get?
This? Just kind of pulls out the gun and starts pointing it towards him.
Hey buddy. What the fuck does that mean?
That could have been me, but no, you had to ruin it.
It means just don't move. Sit tight, keep your mouth shut. Should be fine.
The scar-cheeked fellow kind of glances over to you, Tick, and he takes what appears to be a toothpick out of his mouth for a moment. He said your name. You know this guy?
Unfortunately.
Is he really a noble?
Fuck if I know. He spews a lot of bullshit out of his mouth.
I want to smile.
Like the fact that I know him.
I would like.
I don't know
to
much about
get
bird
close
folk,
to
so.
my bird wing.
Yeah, I don't know much about birds either, other than this one has a loud mouth.
He's got some interesting weapons and armor and shit, so I figured there's got to be at least something there.
Yeah, I don't know much about those.
Well,
I'm gonna keep smiling.
even if he ain't actually worth all that much, I'm guessing we could probably strip him down, take all his shit.
I don't know. He's done some weird fucking shit with him. I don't think you want to touch him, honestly.
I've touched worse.
Yeah, fair enough.
How many crossbows are on us right now?
About 20. Plus
20 and a rifle.
20 and a rifle?
Yeah.
Yep.
A musket, but
What kind of fucking party boats is this? Like, this is stupid. What the fuck? This is so misleading.
party boat could just be a name, to be honest.
What a misleading fucking part of the goddamn map this is. Fucking party boats. I want to say, like, where's the party?
You found it.
The scar guy gives a bit of a shrug. I mean, we were having a party, and then you decided to come by.
Listen, I was just looking for work.
I was brought against my will.
Right.
Does that not factor in here? I will leave.
I don't want any issues, man. I just
You're
wanted to
here
offer
now,
my-
so.
I just wanted to offer my services.
Look,
Oh, we'll get something out of you for sure. No worries about that.
he's the noble. I'm just passing through, man.
You might have some valuables on you too.
I assure you, I have nothing valuable on my person.
I find it interesting. You know, I kind of want to lean over to Jack and be like, should we tell this guy who we're working for?
Are you? No. No.
I love
not-
how I didn't even get the question out. Are you stupid? Bad question. Yes.
Why would we tell these ruffians? Do you think they care? That only makes you more of a target. And then it associates me with you.
A fella comes by with a note for the scar-cheeked fellow, and he takes a moment to read it. Bad news, bird boy. Grandpappy says he ain't got no contacts amongst the bird people, so no way of knowing whether or not we can even get something for you.
Why is that bad?
Well, it means that right now you're of no use to us, and we're getting something out of you one way or the other.
Does this guy look like he's like a really good fighter?
He looks like he's seen quite a few scraps.
More than me?
Probably not in the same context. Like you sparred, but he probably grew up fighting.
Right. I would like to offer my hand as like a mercenary.
This is not a fun job.
Well, you know, I can fly. I'm rather good in a scrap heap. If you'd like to see what I can do, I'm certainly more than willing to show you.
He can hold himself in a fight. He
Well, not
already
really
saw the
all.
tricks and shit that he did with whatever the copy was.
Not really loads of call for open warfare or anything in the streets. He looks over to one of his other compatriots and is just like, "Hey, do you think that brothel would pay a pretty penny for a bird person?"
I shall offer up Gregory, but you are not touching my cloaca, brother.
The other guy gives a shrug. I don't know. I mean, they do exotic, but this is new. Keep it in the back pocket. See if they're interested first, and we'll roll from there. All right,
Oh,
man.
the double trouble. Oh, the clone shit.
Here's the idea. There are folks in the city who they make trouble for us in one way or another. If you want to take them out for us, that's a lot of work that we don't got to do. Which might make the fact that you crashed our party a forgive and forget kind of situation.
My name is Ryko. What is your name, friend?
You can call me Vern.
Vern. So, is there any more information you're willing to tell me? Because if I go and kill these people, maybe that's a bigger issue than what I am in now, you know? So, who are they? Like, what are they affiliated with? I need to know a little bit more information.
I'll give you some locations and some peoples. Let's see. We got an info broker named Quaker over in the slums. He's been supposed to be paying his taxes to us. He ain't. For a while. One example made out of him. That's one. Let's see. The chef over at Robin's Rest. He's got a lot that he owes us too. You can go ahead and squeeze out a good 100 from him. We'll go ahead and maybe give you a cut. Who knows? Maybe depends how I feel.
What was the first guy's name?
Quaker.
Quaker. And where was he? And what is he?
He's an info broker over in the slums.
Slums? And you said it was 100 gold per head?
For that guy, he owes us 120.
So do you need me to get the money from them, or that's the cost on their head? Or is it either?
Money or head, either or.
Second guy is 100 gold?
Yep.
Alright, who's next?
And then one of the priests over at the Temple of Robin. Lady by the name of Vasella. She's also owes us a decent bit. About 75 on her end.
I would like to make it clear ahead of time, if Furnace catches wind of you hurting somebody of the cloth, she is going to kill you herself.
You don't know any of this. Alright, you're not here.
It is just being made noted.
Alright.
That's why I specified. If she finds out. If she finds out. If she doesn't find out,
Listen,
then I don't know
have you
anything,
never
because I'm
heard
not
of a priest
metagaming. But if she
molesting
finds
children?
out.
Priests can be bad people too.
Sorry, what were the people and their payments?
Quaker's an info broker over at the slums. He owes 125. Then we got the head chef over at Robin's Rest. He owes another 100. Then we got one of the priests over at the Temple of Robin by the name of Volnessa. She owes 75. Total 300 gold. Or heads.
Broker. Or
I'm,
heads.
so- I'm sorry, Vern. Can you repeat that one more time?
It's what you
I
my
swear to
God,
fucking
wrote it
God.
down. I got it. Ignore them. Alright.
Wait, why are you roping me into this?
125 info broker at slums. Robin's Rest chef 100. Priest Robin's Vanessa 75.
Alright, so is this like pick and choose, or is it all three or none?
All three.
No, I'm not talking to you.
Common
No,
sense.
he's right. I'd prefer you take care of all three.
Alright. And once this is completed,
You two were surprisingly okay with murder.
who said I have to murder them?
You bring back either the money or the heads to here. We forgive and forget, maybe cut you in a little bit.
They owe you this money, correct?
Correct.
Why?
Well, as far as the info broker is concerned, we have been greasing a lot of palms to make sure that he gets left alone by all the local militia folks. As far as the chef is concerned, there's a lot of extra, let's call it, extracurricular spices that he brings in that we make sure he gets. Important for him and his work, at least so he says.
So these are things
far as-
that are also devastating to them if this information would get out. Like, these are things that they would agree with you on, that they do owe you this money.
Oh, sure.
Okay. I just want to make sure this wasn't like, you know.
As far as Vanessa is concerned, she's been frequent in some of our establishments and has racked up a little bit of a debt.
Frequenting some of your establishments. Do you own brothels?
Nah, she don't go to the brothel. We got a couple gambling houses. She likes to see if her luck stays the same at the temple that it does at the gambling houses.
I see.
It don't.
Okay, so these are 100% legitimate debts. Gotcha.
You
Doesn't
think I
matter.
fucking send you out on bullshit?
No. If I were to capture all three of them and bring them here, is that the same as giving you their heads?
No.
Okay. Just checking. Sounds good to me. I like to look over at Tick and the bar and say, "Do you guys want in this or no?"
I mean, I'm already doing the job.
Bard?
I would like to parlay.
We are parlaying.
Not with you. With my scarred friend Vern.
Alright, so we're gonna leave you here. You have no way off of this boat other than through them, just so we're clear.
I had no way on the boat until you dropped me here.
That was your way on the boat, which is also your way off the boat.
Fuck you want, big, tall, and weird.
I like.
Sure. Get out of here. Go murder your people or whatever.
Alright, I throw Tick on my back. Alright, you ready?
Don't touch me.
What, how did you get on the boat?
He took a boat.
By a boat?
Oh. Well, why don't you just fly on my back and let's go? It's faster.
It's also very visible.
Can stay down to the water. And we can go through
I'd
like a valley.
like to stick to the crowds, thank you.
Jesus, what did I do to offend you, rat?
Nah, you're fine. I just don't like high in the air.
See. Alright. Well, are we working together on this or no?
Well, I'm taking you to do the job, so you don't have to.
What?
Do you want me to, Hippo? Topi is watching your character so that if you don't complete the task you've been given by the scarred dude, he's gonna kill you. That's what's going on here. That's the arrangement. That he's not your friend.
That is what Tick is supposed to do.
Yeah, you need
What
to
kind of
understand
fucking
that
group
Sick
is
is
this,
not
Tick?
your friend right now.
He's not
I
my
was
friend
given
at
a-
all.
Listen,
Ever.
I was
At
given
any
a job.
point in the past or future. He is not my friend. He is not, in my eyes, part of this group either. What the fuck?
I was given a job to watch over someone who crashed the
Dog,
Thieves
if someone
Guild
gave me a
party.
job to do what you're doing to me right now, I'll tell them to go fuck themselves.
Well, I can't exactly. Well, first of all, I didn't know it was you before I got to the point. Second of
Okay.
all, there was a fuck ton of people in there looking at me coming
You know what?
over.
Before I leave here, I'm gonna look at you in the eyes and I'm gonna say, are we good or are we not fucking good?
Just
That
go with
assumes
it.
that you survive.
I'll survive. Have you met me? I'll survive, okay?
Okay, sure thing.
Listen, last
I
time I
believe
checked
you.
this. Last time I checked, if I don't do this, we're both dead. So, you know, potato.
Dog, you realize we can fly away?
Yeah. You realize they can follow us?
Dog, if they follow us, we'll fucking kill everyone that comes after us. Alright?
I'm not taking the Thieves Guild on my back.
You're
let's see
welcome
here.
to. But, you know.
Which one you want to go to first?
Uh,
Are you helping me or are you just fucking watching me?
no, I'm going to help you, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
I think... I mean, slums are pretty close. We can go there faster.
Let's see. Slums. Quaker info broker. So we're
Info broker at slums.
looking for Quaker.
He didn't give us a name, did he?
Quaker.
He gave you the name
Quaker.
Quaker.
Are you serious right now? You weren't joking when you were asking like the billion times.
Listen, I'm bad with names.
Alright, so we're getting on a boat?
Yeah,
This is lame as fuck.
yeah, but it's silent, very slow, so easily
Alright, so I
non-threatening.
guess you gotta come in at the fucking fish market, or like at that little other dock at the slums, I guess.
I can't move Tick.
You can't move him?
No. It's not letting me.
That is weird.
It's not letting me either, actually.
Not letting you can't move your token either?
No, mine I can move. I'll try
Well,
to
you
move
shouldn't
Tick.
be able to move his.
There we go,
Okay.
now I can move it.
Weird.
I don't know. Does not matter.
I don't have any
What do we
walls
see
up.
when
That's
we
weird.
show up at the slums?
Well, this particular area is not exactly a nice place. A lot of the sort of like homes here are very ramshackle, kind of poorly put together. That being said, this nice big old spot here appears to have a nice little garden that's been grown in front of it. Appears to be a little bit of a well, it's called the Rose's Thorn. Might be a house of ill repute, for all you know.
Alright, so what do we see as far as people?
Well, there's not a lot of people out and about, generally speaking, here. A lot of the folks who work in the slums work in the sort of artificial gardens that they have going on here. They've got a lot of sort of like places that they've dug out for themselves and reconstructed to more or less act as like sources of food, more or less, so that Riverdam could be a little bit more self-sufficient. And a lot of the people who live in the slums are the people who tend to that.
So these are farmers?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. Are these good people? Generally looking like-ish? Just honest
Are
working
they-
people?
Are they good people? I mean, they're farmers. They're poor. They're not. They don't seem to be the types that are like, I don't know, on any sort of takes, I guess.
Okay. So how many people do we see around us, like in this first little area right here?
Probably about like a dozen or so. It's the end of the day, so not a good time for farming. So they're probably just kind of chilling at the moment. A lot of them are kind of smoking on pipes and sitting around at the moment, just relaxing.
Alright, so what exactly does an info broker do?
Broker's information.
I mean, that can mean anything.
What does brokering mean?
Typically, an info broker is going to be somebody who collects information from one source, and then sells it to somebody who is interested in that information. This can be a direct trade where they're buying the information and then selling it to somebody else, or it can be that they're putting themselves in dangerous situations to gather said information and then selling it to somebody who doesn't want to put themselves in those dangerous situations.
Interesting job for what I'm here to talk
Do
about.
we have the letter from the king still? With the seal on it?
I thought we never got one. Because you guys said you didn't want to have one.
Yeah, we don't have one.
Yeah, I specifically
okay.
asked for one and y'all were like, ah, no!
Yeah, because it would have been stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the fucking
Yes, no.
invitation or whatever.
Yes, no, literally. I asked for one and she, like, was like, no, we don't want to have one of those. In case we
Right,
get caught.
because the king
We
they
don't.
don't want them. They don't want anyone to know that we're working for them.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a secret.
Yeah.
Yes, but there are certain situations where it would be
Yeah,
beneficial.
You're bad at secrets.
I know that.
You're horrible at secrets.
I'm just pretty.
We literally have had proof
What are you talking
just
about?
this session that you're
Literally.
awful at secrets.
How am I awful at secrets?
Ratting
You're the one who
Jack out.
You ratted me out that I was in the fucking woods.
Yes, because we were trying to make friends.
You're bad at
You
secrets.
ratted Jack out to a bunch of people who were actively being antagonistic and hostile to you guys, and
I
you
didn't rat him
immediately
out.
ratted him out.
Ratted him out.
Yes, you did.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were watching any of this.
Oh no, Jack will remember this.
I wanted you to come with us.
I didn't want to go.
Tell
I didn't
them
want to be
that.
here.
I heard you say you wanted to be at the party boats.
No, I never once said that. I was at Robin's Rest.
No, you said, "Damn, I should have gone to the party boats." And I was
No,
like,
you said that he should have gone to the party boat.
No, that's what he said.
No, it's not.
That's why I came and got him.
So, Hippo, have you been drinking too?
I'm the one who said I was drinking.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. All right. I don't know if that was an in-character thing or not. I don't know. All right.
Let's see.
Don't worry, we can tell.
So obviously Quaker is probably going to be a man. And if he's an information broker, he's not a farmer, really. Do I see any buildings that kind of indicate this is kind of like a person who maybe his business is not in the realm of farming, but he's like kind of like a person that's here that we see?
In the immediate area, you don't necessarily notice anybody who doesn't seem like they belong here in terms of the sort of peasant garb that they have, in terms of looking rather poor, in terms of, nobody looks particularly out of place here.
Okay.
Outside of the rather lovely young lady outside of the Rose's Thorn, who is apparently acting as a bit of an advertisement.
Oh. Hello, young lady. What's your name?
You see this rather well-stacked halfling girl give you a big smile. Well, howdy there, big guy.
I'm looking for a long lost family friend by the name of Quaker. He's an information broker around here. Do you know who he is?
Oh my god.
She gives you a smirk. Long lost friend, huh?
Yep.
And you call him Quaker.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Quaker's friends usually know where to find him.
Yes. No, I haven't seen him in many years.
Uh-huh. What you want with Quaker?
Well, I'd like to have a talk with him.
Mm-hmm. About what?
Well, I kind of need some information. I thought maybe you could help me out.
Sorry about my friend. He's fucking stupid. We're trying to buy information. Jesus.
Yeah, that's basically what I said.
No,
Well, I
you said he's a
guess-
family friend, you fucking idiot.
Yes.
You're
You know-
shut up. Fucking.
You seem a bit too dim to be part of the militia, so I'm going to go ahead and guess that this isn't an inside job kind of deal.
No.
But if you are legitimately looking for Quaker, then I would suggest potentially going on inside our little establishment here.
Thank you very much.
He's inside here?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fucking.
Is this Lady Quaker? No? Alright, I'll go inside.
Just shut the fuck up.
Alright, well, I'm going inside the establishment.
What do we see inside?
Going inside here, you guys note, firstly, the rather strong scent of incense that seems to permeate the air here. It is kind of a welcome change from the sort of alcohol, smoke, and all sorts of different potential bad party smells that permeate most of Riverdam. So this is a bit of a welcome change, probably, depending on your perspective, I suppose. Also note that the interior decoration here is very good in comparison to the rest of the sort of drab exteriors of the surrounding homes and residencies here.
Is there anyone else
Inside. Oh yeah, there's quite a few people inside. You see a bunch of well, I say a bunch. They're kind of littered around the place. These what appear to be women, all dressed in various different garbs that are somewhat half on, half off.
Okay.
Many of them of different, I suppose, species. From halflings to humans, a couple elves, even a tiefling or two.
Tieflings. Okay, so I'm assuming this Rose, whatever her name is. What was her name?
Is there anyone who doesn't look like a prostitute?
I guess the madam probably wouldn't look as much like the rest. She's definitely a little bit better dressed, a little bit more, I guess, prim and proper in the way that she presents herself. A little bit more like a noble woman as opposed to a prostitute.
This makes sense. It's a
Great.
fucking brothel. That's how they get the information.
Yeah.
I would
Tick,
like to look at Madam and be like, are you Quaker?
I'm gonna shoot this guy.
The madam gives a bit of a look to you. She kind of like unfurls a fan, open and close a few times, kind of like looking you up and down. You know, you're certainly not from around here, are you there, hon?
No, he's not.
Neither are you.
Yeah, except I know how to fucking act.
Fucking snitch.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, first of all, I don't give a fuck about snitching on Tick right now, alright?
Tick is doing a job. Tick is keeping himself alive.
Yeah, snitch this.
Yeah.
Fuck you with the snitch bullshit. He's got a gun to my fucking head. Go fuck a duck, bro.
I'm not into that cloaca business. Anyway,
It is not for everyone.
She kind of claps the fan in her hand a few times. And what would two fine fellows like you want with someone like Quaker?
We're looking for some information we might want to buy. If he has it.
What sort of information you looking for?
A missing person.
Okay.
Personal
Look-
affairs.
I'll tell you, I don't really particularly appreciate people barging in here trying to get information from Quaker all that easily. At least not
My
in this
apologies, madam. The helping at the
blunt
front
of
decided
fashion.
to.
I mean, hardly barged in here.
What I mean is, your rather blunt nature is a little uncalled for, considering the clandestine nature of information brokerage.
Come from a very straightforward place.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can help you.
Interesting. Why did we come in here then?
Well, I can't say for sure. Perhaps you'd be interested in maybe spending a little bit of time with some of the ladies here.
I have a cloaca.
Yeah, and
That's not really my thing.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Up to you. But if you aren't interested in being a customer, then I do think that it would probably be a good idea for you to maybe make your way off somewhere else.
Okay. I'm a little confused here. You said for us to come in here to speak to Quaker so we can get some information, right? So what's happening here?
She's not the same guy. She's not the same person as the halfling at the front.
Yeah.
She's gatekeeping you to keep Quaker safe.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that we're
Because
talking
you're
about the same
suspicious.
Yeah.
You're here. If you need me to lay it out as bluntly as possible, you're being fucking weird, and it's spooking them. So if they do know Quaker, they don't want someone who goes around being like, "Hey, does anybody know where Quaker is?" to be rolling around knowing where Quaker actually is.
I see.
You're sus as fuck is the point.
Well, what can I tell her then? We're looking for.
What is going on?
I mean, he said
This
that
is
we're looking for.
this is Drinky Hippo.
Yeah.
We're looking for a person, a missing person, right?
Yeah.
Or should we tell her we're looking for Robin the chef?
What?
There's no Robin the chef. There's the head chef at Robin's Rest.
Ow.
I can't with
At
the shit.
Robin
Holy
Rest.
fuck.
Let's
Are you okay? Do you need like some time?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like you're spinning wheels here.
Well, I don't want to leave. I gotta find this person.
Do you want to come up with an idea and we can shift to me and I can get myself out of this situation that you've pulled me into?
Yes, sure.
Okay. You take a moment to have a think. What's going on over here with you, Jack? You wanted to parlay with Vern, instead of going on this little job with Tick and Ryko.
Yeah, I'm not about shaking people down. That's not metal. But Vern, buddy, I think we got off on the wrong foot.
I ain't your buddy, pal.
You're right. I would like to change that. Every party is a lot livelier with the proper music. Allow me to perform for you, and I'll just leave. If you don't like my music, then you can kick me out.
Sets a bad precedent, you know? Invite only place, somebody pops on by, plays some music, and is just allowed to leave, one way or the other. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what. If you don't like my music, then we can see what Grandpappy wants to do with me. But if you do like my music, it is my free gift to you, as a sort of apology for ruining your party.
He taps the shoulder of one of his colleagues. Hey, tell Grandpappy we got ourselves a performing type, a bard, seems. Wants to be all friendly like. See what he thinks.
Also let Grandpappy know that I could play at other places for him if he needs somebody to cause a distraction in a crowd.
I think if he can find the use for you, he'll figure it out. I don't think he needs help on that front.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. He sounds like a very intelligent man. I mean, just look
Why
at this.
don't you go ahead and see if you can't bring the mood up, since everything's been all ruined by intrusions.
I know just the song for this. And I'm going to pull out my guitar, strum a couple notes to make sure it's in tune after being thrown from the sky. And play myself a little song. With a 27 on performance.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. You start playing, And the whole party has been interrupted by the appearance of Raiko as well as yourself, and people are feeling a little bit sour about that. So you're fighting an uphill battle when it comes to getting their attention. But you start playing a rather jaunty tune, one that is rather infectious, generally speaking. And after about a minute, you see some of the folks just kind of nodding their heads a little bit, tapping their toes a little bit. Vern's kind of jostling his head back and forth to the beat.
I'm walking through the crowd as I'm seeing these people start to like getting a little into it, and kind of like nudging into them to get them a little more mobile and more into it, and like hyping up the crowd.
About midway through your song, the crowd a decent amount of the attendees to this particular party begin to start dancing with each other the way that they were before you guys had arrived, kind of just taking a moment to enjoy the music. Vern's still keeping an eye on you, but he's got his arms crossed, he's tapping a foot, he's nodding, he's smiling a little bit, which is new concerning as far as you've known him so far. And by the end of your song, everyone seems to be having a pretty good time. And as you kind of finish up, Vern kind of gives a nod to you before unfurling his arms and giving a bit of a clap. All right, seems you know your shit. Not bad.
Thank you. I am one of the best metal performers you'll ever find.
I don't know what metal is, at least music-wise.
Metal is what keeps the soul moving.
Alright. His compatriot returns after a little bit and kind of whispers in his ear. Alright. Grandpappy Tallfella says he'd like you to be performing regularly over at Robin's Rest for a little while. He might have more work for you in the future, and he'd like to know where to find you.
Robin's Rest is a comfortable place. I was performing there earlier. I'll go secure my stage then.
He's gonna set up a nice little place for you there, so you won't have to pay rent.
Yes. Well, please tell Grandpappy that my gratitude is all his.
Just don't fuck it up.
I would never dream of it. Can I borrow a boat?
Sure. Someone get this tall fuck on a boat. You are led over to a boat so that you can proceed elsewhere.
I would love to go elsewhere. Thank you. Fuck, I need to fight Furnace. I joined a gang.
Furnace, Jax, and Joy have made their way back to Hodwin, who has poured the both of them some tea. They seem to have been at least somewhat productive in their short time here.
I would hope so.
You have gone off to the land of the haves to try and see if you can't find some work to do. While you're going around and kind of trying to ply your trade a little bit, can you go ahead and roll me a persuasion check?
Oh dear. Okay, I will try.
Not your best.
No. Not my worst. That's a charisma save. Sorry. Let me try that again.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same roll either way.
Nope. It's not.
Well, persuasion specifically. I think you have a +1 on that.
I do not. I have a -1 in persuasion.
You do? On the
Yes.
sheet I'm looking at, it says you're proficient.
I have I am proficient in charisma saving throws, but
weird. Yeah.
Oh, persuasion. Let me try that again. I rolled a charisma check. It's a 5. Okay.
Okay.
That's not as bad as it could be.
It's not that they have a problem necessarily with a Goliath working on their stuff, and more along the lines that you don't sell yourself well. These somewhat hoity-toity, kind of more, I wouldn't call them nobles, more just kind of like rich investors of sorts. They have a particular style that they're used to, a particular type of charisma that they are accustomed to when it comes to people trying to sell them things. And you are, by far, in comparison, a lot more awkward than most of the people who manage to ply their trade in this general area. For basically all of them, as you're kind of like knocking on their doors, they answer, and you kind of give a little bit of hello, and introduce yourself kind of falteringly, and start trying to explain what it is that you do before they just kind of shake their heads and close the door on you.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you're not having much luck over here, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately. Well, I guess she's going to... I guess at a certain point she is going to decide that perhaps her efforts are better spent doing other things, and she is going to, of course, remember their original goal of coming here beyond sick, and decide to do some investigating for the king. So she's gonna go to the nearest church of Robin.
Okay. I'll take you all the way up here. Luckily, there's boats basically available all night long that'll take you up to the temple.
Excellent. Wonderful.
The temple is open basically at all hours, so no problems there. When you enter into the Temple of Robin, it is very different from any Temple of Thormodin that you've seen. The Temples of Thormodin are very much more traditional in the sense that they have pews set up. They have a nice little statue of an engraving of Thormodin himself, nice and up in front. It's very practical. It's very efficient, and that's kind of the way that they like things. But entering into the Temple of Robin, as you kind of open the doors and you hear this loud wind music with loud drum beats that make you entirely aware of where you are right now. You look around, you see people kind of drinking, having a lot of fun. Folks in robes standing behind various different tables, dealing cards to people, rolling on a roulette table. Lots of different stuff going on here that's a little bit potentially off-putting for a temple.
First, just looking around like, oh goodness, oh my.
A well-robed individual, a nice soft-looking white robe comes over to you with what appears to be a tray that has a number of drinks on it, and says, "Excuse me, ma'am. Looks like you're just arriving. Would you like a complimentary drink on the house?"
Yes, sure. I would love a complimentary drink on the house. Do you have? Well, she okay. Give me a second. Is there like a head priest or priestess in charge around here that I can speak to?
He holds up a finger and says, "Yes, actually." And then he kind of does a very dramatic few circles with his finger before pointing over at what appears to be a stage of sorts. And you see this another robed fellow on the stage, clearly somewhat enchanted, like a finger over his throat for a bit. And he seems to be in the midst of some sort of performance, as he's apparently entertaining a crowd. His method of entertainment is a little bit odd as he's glancing at various different people in the in the crowd, and he stops for a moment, points to one, and says, "Was your mother a rogue? Because I would never hit that." Boom!
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Ah, yes. Thank you so much for pointing them out to me.
Something that you needed from him, ma'am?
Give me a second. Usually Furtis has people around to help her with this. She does not right now. She takes a second to compose her thoughts. She's a little bit out of her element, as you might imagine. She says, I came from Conquer, and I was wondering if there had been any ill effects to the people of this town from what happened. As a representative of my church.
Ill effects? What happened to Conquer?
Has the news not reached you yet?
No? Was it something big?
Something very big. She holds a hand to her chest. Well, we're not sure if he's a god or what, but something rose out of the ground in Conquer. There's hardly more than a crater left of the town now.
Oh, dear. That sounds awful.
Yes, hundreds are dead. Most of the survivors are currently in Ironstone. And there are rumors that the thing that rose out of the ground, whatever he is, he might be headed towards Riverdan Raft next.
We certainly haven't seen some big thing that's killed hundreds of people.
Well, I mean, that's good. I would hope you haven't. But I suppose I was just trying to see how everything was going here, and if there were any other, perhaps, more subtle ill effects that have been felt.
Can't say we've felt anything, or if we have, nobody said anything about it.
I see. She's gonna kind of like nervously look over at the head priest again.
And the head priest says something like, "What do you call a gnome psychic who's escaped from jail? A small, medium, but large. But
She's gonna be like, I think Jax would be not Jax. I think Jack would be right at home here, and I am not. And so she goes, well, thank you for your time. I would say do keep an eye out, but trust me, if Adon comes this way, you will know.
Okay, I'll let the head priest know when he's done with his set.
Thank you very much. And she's going to take her complimentary drink, and she's going to politely excuse herself. Is it alcohol?
It's champagne.
Okay. She takes a sip and she goes, oh no, and she's going to put it down.
I submitted 10 puns to a pun contest, hoping at least one would win, but no pun in 10 did! Yep,
this is Jack. This is where Jack belongs, and not me.
Since you're all laughing at my jokes, would someone might cover my bar tab for me? I'm a little short.
Oh my goodness. As she leaves, she's going to like specifically like look up at the sign to make sure this is a temple she walked into and she didn't get the wrong address.
Yeah, it's in the Temple of Robin.
She's just oh goodness. She's going to hurry on back to safety.
It's an odd kind of temple for sure.
Definitely, very odd.
All right, so looking back at Lord Ryko, have we collected our thoughts?
I feel like I've been losing my thoughts.
Well, we talked about a couple of things. I don't know. You don't want to do this idea, Topi?
Well, your first idea was to tell them that we work for Vern and we're looking for his money.
No,
So-
I never said that. What are you talking about?
Yes, but we tell Madam that the person we are looking for is Vern, that our boss wants his head.
Yes. That is the idea.
Yeah, and as soon as we say the name Vern, we're dead on the spot.
We don't return until like later, if we have to.
I honestly, I don't know what you want to do on this one.
I'm going to ask the DM very politely if maybe we could cut the session short today. I know it's not what we necessarily want to do, but it appears that if
We're
Hippo's
at a bit of a hard
Yeah.
point here.
yeah, if Hippo's actually been drinking, we may not get any further tonight.
What are you talking about? I came up with a whole idea.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
You don't like the idea?
Listen, if you feel like you're gonna stay alive with that idea, go right ahead.
Topi, as the
Who's gonna
person
kill
who is
us?
aware of the idea in question, what do you think is the best idea here?
I'm honestly I don't know, cause like we've already went and waved his name around across their faces, and they've already told us once to leave or buy prostitutes, basically. So I don't
It's
know.
an
if
interesting
there's
way to tell you to go
much-
fuck yourself, you know?
Yeah, exactly. They've basically told us to go fuck ourselves and get out of the establishment in the nicest way possible.
So
I don't know
what's
if
your
there's
answer?
much we can do to save.
Potentially, if you guys got the rest of the group on board with this whole thing and let them know that Lord Ryko's potential safety is at stake, you might be able to be more successful.
Might be.
My safety is at stake.
Yeah.
If you're not successful in this, they will probably hunt you.
I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna shoot you in the back, even though that's my fucking job.
I don't fucking know that, alright? You have kind of said things that make me think you will.
Well, yeah, they were
Tempting.
all looking
He doesn't
at me.
want to, is the point.
Yeah.
If he has to, he has to.
I'm not gonna
There's
say,
no
oh, I don't
has
want
to,
to
though.
actually shoot you in front of the people that basically fucking told me to do so. I was given a job, I took the job was to basically kill you if you don't do the job. I'm not gonna tell the people that gave me the job that, oh, I don't want to actually do this. If I do that, I'm gonna be fucking tied down to the bench right next to you. What the fuck?
Yeah,
You guys are very scary.
Yeah, it's the
Hippo,
Thieves Guild.
Hippo, with all due respect,
Hmm?
be upfront with it. Have you actually been drinking tonight?
Yes, what the fuck?
Okay,
So
I
what?
am saying this as your friend, and also as somebody who's part of your D&D party and doesn't want my character or your character to get killed. How about we put this on hold and we come back in 2 weeks and we reconvene when you are sober, because you are making
What does
a
that
lot of
matter right now?
you are making a lot of poor choices that are going to get the rest of your party killed, and we are not having fun with that. It was funny at first when it was little stuff that we could get out of, but you are steadily getting us into a situation that is going to be very difficult for us to unfuck. Okay?
Listen,
And that's not fun.
I went
for
to the
other
party
people at the
boats to
table.
have a party. I didn't know it was a fucking pirates fucking whatever brigade.
You should have guessed that the party boats were not for you when you started having weapons pointed at you, instead of picking up another party member and dropping them in the middle of a hostile situation.
They didn't point anything
They did not
at
point.
me
They did not point the
until we
weapons
were
at
already
him
there.
until the
It's-
second time,
Yeah.
which was when he brought another party member there. But I did say when you first went over there that everybody in attendance appeared to be very shady. They were wearing cloaks and hard leathers and coats.
You said they were
and,
dressed
uh,
like Jack.
Yeah,
know what
hard
that
leather, cloaks.
as in very shadily, very mysteriously and suspiciously.
Yeah, it was kind of it was established in a way that, even though I wasn't part of the situation, I thought was pretty clear. Of like, hey, these are bad people and you shouldn't fuck with them. And then you
So
kept
you
fucking
think Jack's
with
a
them.
bad person?
No, he
That's-
looks like a bad
No,
person.
he
There's a
just
difference.
looks suspicious.
Why does
which
he
you
look like
agree
a bad
with.
person?
Not bad person. He looks suspicious.
I didn't
Which
hear
you
suspicious.
agree with,
I
right?
just heard
Even
that he
if
was
you-
dressed like Jack, so he had like a cloak on.
Ignore that part. The DM literally said they are brandishing weapons. When you were told they were brandishing weapons at you and Jack, you should have flown away and not dropped Jack into the middle of the people who were brandishing weapons, and then made a bunch of poor life choices of your own. I'm saying this as somebody who likes playing with you, usually, at the table.
You don't like playing
I
with
don't
me
want
right
to play
now?
with you right now.
Right
Really?
now, you are making decisions which are likely going to have long-spanning consequences for the party that they're kind of angsty about.
Yes.
Well, what do I say to that? Other than, okay, I guess we won't play. I mean, what the fuck?
We will...
I think if given some time to think about it, you'll be able to come up with a decent plan.
Yes.
But right now, things are a little screwy. And we are, technically speaking, starting to come up to the end of the hour here. So, before we get into any sort of like massive potential bad business here, we could call it a little bit early and see about fixing this next time. What?
Sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that being said, I would still like to go through and do affirmations. So, Jack, would you like to get us kicked off on that?
Yeah. Good roleplay from Topi. Definitely sticking in character in the situations that we were in, and maintaining himself as like, this is what Tick does, even though it's not in agreement with the rest of the party, and it was in a situation that was very tense. He used that in character moment to still get us out of that situation.
All right. And Hippo, anything for you?
What happened during this session? We met the guy and girl.
Would you like to just move on to me?
Yeah, I'll
say-
give Hippo. Go ahead.
I was going to say that I was quite impressed with Jack talking himself out of that situation. I didn't expect it to go as well as it did, but that was quite impressive. And yeah, Topi, that was some excellent roleplay. Really enjoyed every single second of Tick dealing with that whole stuff up on the party boat. That was top tier.
A little bit of a peek behind the curtain. I did put the performance DC of getting these guys to be a lot more friendly with Jack at like a 22. The fact that he rolled really well was very good for him.
Look, I'm a great performer. What can I say?
No,
I
your
have
first
talent. He's the
performance-
child.
Your first performances were absolutely dog shit. That
I-
2
I
and
was-
that 3.
I was warming up.
You know what? Fair enough.
Can't roll bad the whole night.
Yeah.
Topi?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of find it funny how Hippo derailed this whole thing into this shit. I do like it, even though it's probably going to bite me in the ass at a later date. But
On the plus side, if you guys do get this done like correctly,
yeah,
you can make the extra money that you're looking for. I mean, you came into town, you're like, we're broke. We should probably get some money together.
Yeah.
So this is a way to get money together. So
Yeah.
it's one way of going about it. So
yeah, if this
know.
works out, we're gonna make a bunch of money, to be fair. So, you know.
I got a room. I'm happy.
And Hippo, did you have anything that you wanted to say there?
Sure. I guess, what is it? Affirmation for Furnace for being honest and speaking her mind. Because
All right.
it's good.
All right. Well, I particularly liked how everybody interacted with Hodo and Enjoy. I think that went very well. I did not expect you guys to take to them exactly the way that you did, but it worked out pretty well. I think Jax and Joy are adorable, with Jax having a clear crush and Joy being utterly oblivious. I enjoy
I'm enjoying that quite a lot too.
And I like
That's
the
very
encouragement that everybody has been giving. Lord Ryko gave him a high five the moment he expressed like even a little bit of interest. You got Jack encouraging him further. Even Furnace is kind of like being a little bit lax in terms of their relationship together so far. And like she takes him off on a morning run, and Furnace is like, okay, fine. Which, normally she's a lot more protective, but I guess in this instance she felt a little bit more secure knowing that he was at least with someone.
Yes.
So this has been fun for me at the very least. But yeah, how is everybody's schedules looking for the 28th?
I am available and
I
ready.
should be good.
It's fine.
I shouldn't have anything.
All right. Then I suppose I will see everybody there.
Perfect.
All right.
I enjoyed the session. It was fun.
It was
Yeah.
fun, yeah.
Yeah, we
I've
had a
been
good
beating the
time.
hell out of you guys a little bit, so I wanted to give you a little bit of a break from that. So
I've been enjoying the combat, I'll have you know.
fair
The
enough.
combats are tight, but they are enjoyable for sure.
Even beating the hell out of everybody else, I have been fine.
You got hurt a little bit on the imp shit. That was
just a little. I was it buffed.
It buffed.
well, we'll see what sort of trouble you guys get into next time, I suppose. See what sort of dangerous folks you can get yourselves embroiled with.
I'm not planning on dying in a brothel, I'm gonna lie.
I'm not dying in a brothel, goddammit.
Yeah.
Where would you prefer Tick die if he had to die somewhere?
Not in a brothel.
I don't know. Dying in a brothel might not be that bad. There's worse places you could die.
Death by Snoop.
We'd have
At
to
least it's got
brainstorm
good
what those are.
At least it smells nice and it's got good scenery, so it's
You could die in a cesspit. That'd be a lot worse.
yeah. Or like a
Shit,
sewer.
you're right.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I guess it's not the worst.
I almost got digested by a shit snake once. Q.
Didn't like the shit snake? I was very fond of the shit snake.
No.
Fuck.
Vincent was not fond of the shit snake.
No, personal issue, I think.
Vincent was
Skill
very
issue.
upset with the
Yeah,
shit
skill
snake.
issue.
Fucking hell.
He still has nightmares about it.
All right, guys. Well, I will see you next time. And you guys have yourselves a wonderful evening and stay safe, okay?
You as well.
Later, folks.
Yep.
You
Peace
all
out.
have a good one.